time to sit down and think about things and innovate better than other countries who were typically worried about survival. Because in Europe, survival wasn't a big deal at that point. Back in like the Renaissance and the Enlightenment period, these issues of survival that countries like Africa and Asian countries, Middle Eastern countries,
Africa's not a country.
you know what I mean, bro. Come on. But
Men are intellectually
African
superior.
countries, African countries, is that not what I said?
No, that's not what you said. Yeah, you're basically saying that white people had more opportunity to invent. But the same thing could be
Yeah, is
said
that
about
not
men
true
and
though?
women.
Would you disagree
Aunt,
with that?
I appreciate you for the galaxy. Aunt. I actually specifically really agree with you. However, the same thing could also be said about men. Men have had more opportunity than women to invent. I mean, i.e., the traditional gender roles. Right? We know that throughout the course of time, men have been told that they have to go out, provide for their families, and work a job and invent and create shit. Meanwhile, societies have told women to stay at home and raise the kids. So women have just had less opportunity than men to do
Well,
so.
women are naturally better at being a caretaker and
Rabbit, I
taking
appreciate
care
you
of
for the high bear.
kids. I don't even think
Okay,
that's even an argument. That there's men are way more prone. And this isn't like I'm not sitting here and saying that this happens.
wait, did you hear my point though? Yeah, so you said that like white people would not be intellectually superior to black people, even though they've invented more, because white people just simply had more opportunity to do so. So we could just simply say the same thing about men and women. Men are not intellectually superior to women, even though they've invented more, because men have had more opportunity to do so.
Well, who's
We'd
not
also,
enough?
clipping 10, please. We'd also know that this claim is true because if we just measure, right, or try to quantify one's intellectual ability, we could do this through a couple means. Things like EQ and IQ would attempt to do so. And what we see is that women would typically possess a higher IQ and a higher EQ than men on average. So I don't see any evidence for this claim that men are intellectually superior to women.
I'm just saying that in the households, it's way more prevalent that men, the father, will abuse their children. So that being said, why would you want to have the male in the household? It looking back in history, not saying modern.
Wait, why are we completely changing the topic of this conversation? You
Are you
specifically
gonna let
made
me
the
speak?
claim.
You gonna let me finish or what?
You
Like
one
I'm trying.
second. You specifically made the claim that men are going to be superior to women because they're intellectually superior, right? They're smarter. And then I asked you for your reason why. You said it's because they invent more, right? We reduced that down to this idea that men have just simply had more opportunity to do so, right? And not because they're literally smarter than women. And then I also gave you even more supporting evidence to justify this claim, right? Via the fact that women would possess a higher EQ and IQ than men on average. So if it's not intellectual superiority, and which would make men superior to women, then what is it more specifically?
Physical. I mean, the question is why are men superior to women? I mean, if you take two soccer teams and you put men and you put women on one team, who's gonna win?
Most likely the men. I mean,
Most likely,
I
100%
think
of the
that
time.
we
Not most likely, 100% of the time. It's
I don't know if it'd be 100% of the time, but I
how.
think we could definitely agree that men would possess like these physical advantages over women, but I don't think this would make them superior. Like for instance, who's your favorite president or leader of all time?
Uh, John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. And who's superior, John F. Kennedy or a 17-year-old high school dropout pumping tren 3 times a day that can bench press 450 pounds?
A woman taking trend,
I
or
said
a
nothing
male
about a
taking.
woman.
I'm,
It's a man taking tren.
that's not the question, though.
It's a comparison. It's an analogy. Would you mind answering my question?
I mean, yeah. Obviously, the person who's taking a lot of steroids anabolically is going to be stronger than the man who has not taken anabolic steroids. Okay, I think we all can agree on that, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but the point was to show that like physical strength wouldn't equate to superiority. Because I bet that you would still consider John F. Kennedy to be superior to the 16-year-old high school dropout that can bench press 450, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So obviously, physical strength does not equate to superiority, given your answer to that question. So it seems like you'd have a contradiction in your position.
Well, I mean, it's a very broad question. Why are men superior to women? And I gave you an answer. Men are superior in physical attributes, and that's not even a debate.
Yeah, but I don't think that physical attributes would equate to overall superiority, and
Well,
you agreed with this because you consider JFK superior to the 16-year-old high school dropout that can bench a whole lot. Another good example of this would be: do you think humanity is the most superior species on Earth?
without a doubt.
Is humanity the physically strongest species on Earth?
No, but we are the most smartest, and it's not even a question. We
Okay,
we
so
don't
superiority
we don't
concerns
use
intelligence.
we didn't use strength to overcome the animals in our environment. We used our intellect and our brains, our massive brains that we
Okay,
acquired.
so women are more intelligent than men on average. So are women superior to men?
Not physically.
Wait, yeah, just like a human isn't physically superior to a
So
gorilla.
what would you say?
Zoe, I appreciate you for the subscription, but you just told me that the reason that humanity
So
is the
if
most
you and me,
superior.
okay, so
Clippington, please. Clippington, please. You just told me the.
you're
You
not
just
giving
told
me
me.
this fair shake. So let me talk.
Go for it.
So if you and me were, let's say, two people got into a fight, right? And the person who you say isn't superior got beat up. Would you say the other person is the winner? Is the more superior person?
No, I don't think that the size of your biceps depicts on how superior you are. And you agreed to this fucking
Oh,
twice. You
okay,
told
but
me that, hey, Clippington, don't interrupt me, thank
all
you.
right, go ahead, go ahead.
And you agreed with this twice. You told me even though a 16-year-old high school dropout in Trin would be physically stronger than JFK, he would not be superior to JFK.
Well, why would that
And then you told me,
Okay, okay, let me
that humanity is the most superior species on Earth. Meanwhile, it's not the strongest species on Earth. All right? I mean, dude, holy fuck, right? Stop repeating this claim that a superiority would be quantified on the basis of physical strength, because you have refuted this yourself twice now, right? You're just gibberating.
Okay. Your point is valid. I understand what you're saying. But let's say two people they fought, okay? And one of them died. How could that person be superior than the other? He's dead. His intellect doesn't matter. Nothing matters. He's dead.
I don't think that superiority exists, man.
So if I kill you, I'm superior, correct?
No.
How? You're dead. I'm alive.
Okay. Okay, yeah. When the white plantation owners in the South unalived their slaves, does this mean that the white plantation owners were superior to the black slaves?
They had the position. They in society and the rules of how they were superior. Yes, that's a power. Their power was exerted.
So you're a white. So would you consider yourself to be a YT supremacist?
How am I white supremacist just by bringing up facts? Is that
So
literally
you just
not,
told me that the white plantation owners were superior to their
in
African
in
American
a
slaves?
societal hierarchy? Yes. Is that not true?
No, I don't think that like a level of power would equate to superiority. No, not at
Well, in
all.
that situation,
When
it
we're
is
talking
that.
about superiority, we're going to be talking about like the value that an individual has, all right? Or we're going to be saying that they're better than other people,
Okay.
right? And for
Okay.
instance, right, my whole claim here is there is like no trait, right, in which men possess that women don't to make men better than women. Right? You've given me a couple now. You've given me intellectual superiority, and then you gave me physical strength. On the notion of intellectual superiority, we saw that just result to nothing. You don't have any evidence for that. In fact, we have so much more evidence to suggest that women are smarter than men. Right? We could go through that evidence if you want. Then on the second point of physical strength, I mean, you reduced this claim yourself. I mean, you told me that humanity was the most superior species on Earth. Meanwhile, a gorilla would definitely beat both of us in an arm wrestling match, right?
Yes, gorillas are
But I just
superior to us
wanted to talk
physically,
about one
yes.
thing real quick. You specifically told me that humanity was the most superior species on Earth because of humanity's intellect. So in other words, you're equating one's intellect to their superiority, right? And what we see, right, is that women are generally smarter than men, right? And if it were to follow that intellect equates to superiority, I think you'd have to hold to the claim that women are actually superior to men.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but okay. So when you go to New York City and you look around at the buildings,
Do you mind if I ask you what about that doesn't make sense?
because you're not making any sense here, bro. You're saying that women would be superior just because they're smarter and have higher IQ. Does higher IQ like how does
Wait. Why are humans superior to gorillas?
how does that make any how does that even make any
Why
sense?
is no? Why is humanity? Why do you consider humanity to be the most superior species on Earth?
Because we've used our environment and manipulated it to overcome all adversities.
Why?
Because we have a larger brain.
And what does that
In
larger brain
in
entail?
comparison to our bodies, yes.
And what does that larger brain entail?
Intellect? I don't.
Beautiful. Thank you for reducing your own claim.
Oh, okay, Dean, listen to me. When you go into New York City and you take a 360, what do you see? You see big buildings, right? And every single one of those buildings, 99% of the construction, the engineering, the architecture, that was done by men.
Well, no shit. Women weren't allowed to do that. We saw until 1920 a woman couldn't vote. We saw till
They
even
can
later a
do it
woman was
now.
considered
They don't
property
do it
of.
now.
most of those buildings were constructed prior to the 1920s. They're hundreds of years old. Prior to 1920, women didn't have the right to vote. Even later, right? Women were considered property of marriage. They couldn't divorce their husbands. And then even later, up until the 90s, they couldn't get like S8 in the context of marriage, right? Women couldn't own a bank account. Women couldn't own property, right? Dude, it's like when you take away the necessary resources, right, to build generational wealth, right? And you introduce societal stigmas and legislation that prevents women from going into these particular forms of, workforce. What we see, right, is, the domination of the man in the context of these things, right? And we know that it's caused by the socialization of these things because we could point at specific times throughout history where women have been socialized into producing goods, when women have been socialized into quote unquote being the man according to your standards. Let's look at World War II. Right? Who do you think was building the bombs? Who do you think was constructing the planes? Who do you think was building the tanks? Women dominated the workforce because all of the men were at war, right? In fact, right, the domination of the workforce by women in context of World War II is the reason that the Allies won, right? The resources constructed by women. So we know with certainty that the only reason we see men, right, predominantly doing all these things, owning the businesses, doing the construction, is because that has been what men have been socialized into, and that is what men have more opportunity to do, right? Not because men would quite literally just be better at these things than women.
Okay, I know what you mean. I completely understand what you're saying. Okay, but tell me this. If society were to, let's say, crumble, you know how things are kind of crazy right now? Governments are going to war with each other, the threat of nuclear violence, all these things. There's a lot of economic collapse. Let's say, like, people saw what's that movie with that Obama made? The world comes next. I don't know what the name is, but there's just if you result back if things go bad and you have to result back to bare bones society and there's no government to help you out or anything, there's no way that you're telling me that women are going to lead. It wouldn't work that way, and there's a reason for that.
Why do you specifically think that men would lead in that context?
Because they're physically superior, and that's all that would matter at that point, pretty much. If you have physical
Okay.
superiority at that point and you have weapons and you know how to create weapons and you know how to have strategic and military strategic advantages, it's
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, then according to you, your entire claim would just reduce down to this idea that physical strength would determine superiority, right? And in that context, we're going to yield some absurd conclusions,
has there
like
ever
such
been a
as
woman
would you
general or
consider
commander?
one second, would you consider MLK to be like an inferior man because he wasn't that physically strong, right? What about Gandhi? Would you
No,
say that
no,
Gandhi was an
no.
inferior
All men are
man
created
because he
equal.
wasn't physically No, no, they're not. How much could you bench press?
225.
Yeah, I could bench press 275. Not all men are created equal, bud.
Okay. That
All
I
right.
mean, what does that really mean? Like,
What
does
does
that
that really
prove
mean?
anything?
Yeah,
So,
different men are stronger than other
does
men,
bench pressing
right?
prove anything really? Like, I could still like.
What my point is, right? My point, the point that I'm trying to like get across to you right now is if you're holding this superiority complex on the basis of physical strength, we'll
Not
throw
even
like all the.
it's
Do you mind if I finish, man?
bro. You're speaking in paragraphs. Like you got to give me a chance. Like
I
every time
said four words.
you're interrupting me, and I don't say a word when you don't interrupt me. You turn my mic off. Like what am I
With all
supposed to
due
do?
respect, do you mind if I finish, man? You're getting
Go
quite
ahead.
emotional right now.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. So yeah, if you're holding to this idea that physical strength equates to like superiority, well, yeah, throw all of the importance out of our good world leaders, throw all of the importance out of our social advocates, throw all the importance out of these grand inventors, throw all the importance out of mathematicians, throw all the importance out of intellectualism as a whole, right? You're reducing society down to the size of
None of
one's
those people are
bicep,
men,
and
my
you're
friend.
interrupting me again, and you're reducing right society down to the size of one's bicep when you make this claim, right? You'd have to say that Arnold Schwarzenegger is superior to Albert Einstein, right? You'd have to say that Sam Solik, right, absolutely mogs JFK, right? You'd have to say that Ronnie Coleman, right, just fucking 360 no scopes Gandhi, right, and MLK combined. But these are obvious absurdities.
Can you name me one women military leader? one woman general, one woman that has contributed greatly.
No, but I couldn't name one man either.
What?
I don't know military generals, but you're saying like now men are superior because they're more likely to be a military general. That's because men have been socialized into being the ones who fight in wars.
Yeah, because they're better. What do you mean? Like women are better at house taking and taking care of kids, so they stay home. Like why do you act like just because something?
Okay,
is
so now you're saying that men are superior because they're better at fighting. So is Jackie Chan like superior to JFK?
No.
Wait, why? Because he's better at fighting.
Oh man, see, like you're like taking what I'm saying and you're just like nitpicking and using two examples to try to like debunk me, but it's like you're not answering my
Exactly.
question. You're not answering my question. You don't even know if you don't even know any military leaders. So how am I supposed to take your opinion on what you think is superior and what it isn't? Because if you were a military general, you would be getting dominated by the other side right now. The other side would be effing you in the A right now.
Good thing I'm not a military general, right?
I'm just saying. If you have this idea that women are so good at everything, then why haven't they been military leaders? Why haven't they been called upon to lead men into battle and to defend what they have, to defend their
Well, thank you,
property
Perez.
and their women and their children?
Wait, if you're a man, right, and you'd be good at doing that. I mean, hey, are you in the military, bro?
No.
Wait, why aren't you in the military if you as a man would be so good at it?
What? So every single man in the world needs to join the military? Like what?
Wait, no, answer my question. You specifically said, right, that men would be good at fighting in the military because they're a man. But you're not in the military. Why aren't you in the military?
I mean, I could be in the military.
Wait,
what are you
no, but
saying?
you're not. Why aren't you in the military? Give me an answer.
Because I go to school, I have other things I'm interested in. Is that not possible? Like
Okay. Boom.
Just
women
because
typically have
men are
other
better.
thing. Women typically have other things in which they're interested in as a direct result of the social stigma that women shouldn't fight in the military and men should, bro. Like, what are you expecting, right? We grew up in a society that tells us that men are supposed to go out and fight our wars. Specifically tells us that women should not do these things, right? And when when girls grow up in a society in which they are taught that they're not supposed to go fight in the wars, well, they'll probably not go fight in the wars, right, in a proportionate rate as men would, right? And like, I have a good example of this for you. Like, for instance, like my dad, he's an engineer. He's very big on math. And when I grew up, he always taught me that I also need to be good at math. So I ended up excelling in math, right? But now let's take another child that had parents that do something that has nothing to do with math, such as social work, right? If a kid grew up in a household where his parents were social workers, right, statistically speaking, that kid would be less likely to excel in math like I would, right? But I wouldn't excel in math over them because I'm smarter or that I'm better, just simply because I was socialized into excelling in math. And the analogy here, right, is men go out and fight wars because they're socialized into doing that, not because they just could quite literally do it better than women. And I gave you an example of socialization on the micro scale, right? And if it would hold to be true on the micro scale, I don't understand why it wouldn't hold to be the case on this macro lens.
Hey Dean, do you know that women are inferior to men at math? Men are actually superior than women at math, and that's a proven fact. Like you could go look that up, and statistically, it's been a statistically proven fact that men are better at math than women. And
Then how come women are
Can I
dominating
finish?
STEM-related
Can I
fields?
finish?
Yeah, go for it.
Um, let me know if there's any girls in the chat. Let me know when you were growing up that someone looked over your shoulder while you were doing math homework and said, "Hey, stop doing math. You're a girl." No one's ever said that, bro.
Wait.
That's a fallacy.
Wait, then
You're
why
making up
do
scenarios
women
that don't
dominate?
exist. That doesn't
Then why do
exist.
women? You just made that up, right?
You just said,
I don't.
"Oh, it's been in society."
Hey,
better
bud.
at math.
Hey, bud.
So
Hey,
you're
bud.
saying that women are not being told to
Hey.
do math? I'm confused.
Hey, bud.
What?
Hey, bud. Why do women dominate in STEM-related fields?
They don't. Men are way. They have way more numbers. The statistics favor men in that scenario that you're talking about.
Yeah, but due to the socialization of feminism, right, and this idea that men and women are equal, right? What we've seen over the context of the last 5 years is an acceleration of women entering in STEM-related fields, right? And now, if we were to go to any of the big institutions of academics around our country, what we see is that now, right, they're going to have to start special outreach to, Debbie, thank you for the crown, to get men to go into those STEM-related fields. Right, we are now existing in a pivotal point, right, of our society where people are starting to accept this notion that men and women are equal, and the fallout of that has been the domination of the woman in intellectualism. Why? Because women go to school more, women get better grades, women get more degrees, women get better degrees, and women are more likely to graduate. Dor, thank you so much for the galaxy, WD in the chat. And what the fallout of this has been is just the domination of women in these STEM-related fields, right? We just touched on the fact that more women are entering STEM-related fields than men now. We could also touch on the fact that in the context of being a doctor, being a surgeon, women just fucking dunk on men, right? We see lower rates of negative post-operative outcomes if you're operated on by a female in comparison to a male. We see lower death rates if you're operated on by a female in comparison to a male, right? Men just simply can't compete.
So you're saying that women are more superior than men?
No, because I don't think superiority exists. I think we all have our differences, and instead of trying to computate whose differences is better, we should try to learn how to use those differences to run society in the most productive manner. I think insecurity is a byproduct of an insecure man. Sorry, I think superiority is a byproduct of the brain of an insecure man, right? You just don't value yourself that much, so you project that onto other people and reduce their value, which would relatively increase your own.
All right, you're doing a lot of assuming, but I understand your point, but you're doing a lot of assuming there. But I'm just saying, Dean, there's a lot of people who would agree with me here that would say that a lot of women
and y'all are all sharing the same brain cell. Isn't that crazy?
All right, would you agree that there's positions that the sexes are better at than the other?
I think that stereotypes can and do exist, and not all of them are bad, right? Misogynists just make them bad. Like, for instance, women know how to control and manage their emotions better than men. That is a fact, right? Women are better people persons than men. That is a fact. Women are less violent and aggressive than men. That is a fact. Women can deal with stress better than men. That is a fact. Women, right, have a higher pain tolerance than men. That is a fact, right? Doe, thank you so much for a second galaxy. Thank you so much. And I think, right, we need to recognize that these facts exist, right, and use them in a productive manner. Stereotypes don't have to be bad, right? People like you just make them bad.
I just think that a society like this, where like there's no conflict going on and everything is all good and everything, and there's peace in the world, then I understand what you're saying. Right now in America, men and women are equal in that sense. But the minute that something happens,
legally equal, not socially.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. That's true. But
like, we live in a patriarchy. We understand that, like, opportunity is not only limited by our legislation, but opportunity is also limited by the social norms in which we live under.
No, of course, Dean, I understand that. For an example, paralegals and law and lawyers, there's way more paralegals than lawyers, even though there's way more women that go and pass the bar exam and go to law school, which is like, just tells you that society will undermine you if you're a woman. And I agree.
Do you have any other reasons why you think that men are going to be superior to women, all things considered?
Yes. If society collapses, there's one answer, and that's to let the men lead. And you know it's true. There's no scenario that you.
Why would you accept this as being true?
Parker, if the barbarians are knocking on the wall, they're banging on the gates, who are you going to call? And
wait, you think that being a foot soldier? You think that being a foot soldier is going to make you superior? Who's superior, the king and the queens or the foot soldiers?
I mean, it won't matter if you're dead, right?
Can you answer my question?
Can you answer me? I mean, none of that will matter if the walls break down.
Okay, so if superiority doesn't matter and everyone's dead, then men are not superior to women.
I mean, they're the ones fighting and protecting when that time comes. They're the men.
Okay, so you think fighting and protecting makes you superior? Who's superior? The president?
Did you not hear me? In that context of Where did you hear me? In the
Kaz, thank you so much for the galaxy. W Kaz in the chat. Who's superior, the president or the bodyguards that fight and protect him? W Kaz for the second galaxy. That's so kind of you. W Kaz, y'all.
The president brings different value.
Can you answer my question? It sounds like chat. Sounds like he doesn't want to answer the question.
I mean, you just keep going and bringing up two different things every single time. You take two things, this and that, and you're like, oh, what about this? Like,
yeah,
right,
it's called an analogy, brother.
I mean, how many analogies are you going to use? Are you even going to have a real argument, but instead of just analogies? Oh, analogy here, analogy there. Like,
wait, we could use analogies, right, to show, right, that the underlying logic of your position is fallacious. It's wrong, right? We're just conceptually demonstrating that you're incorrect, right? And the way in which I'm attempting to convey this knowledge to you is by getting you to self-realize it. Because you're saying that fighting, right, and protecting is what makes you superior. But there's many contexts in which even you would disagree with this notion. Like the Secret Service to the president, they fight and protect him, but they're inferior. Like knights to a king and the queen, they fight and protect them, but they're not superior, right? Bodyguards to bodyguards to a celebrity, they fight and protect the celebrity, but they're not superior. It seems like if you're protecting
they physically are though.
Wait, like why? But why? Like why do we protect things? We protect things because we think they're valuable, right? Even if this notion was true that men were going out and protecting the women, men would be protecting the women and putting their lives on the line because they think the women are valuable, and they don't want the women to put their lives on the line because they think the women are specifically more valuable. So even if we accept this patriarchal idea, it still seems like it would reduce down to the conclusion that women are more valuable than men, and this is specifically why men want to put their lives on the line for them.
Not superior, but important, yeah. More important, but that doesn't mean superior.
Okay, so we've reduced you down to the claim that women are more important than men, but women are not superior to men. Oh, I don't think that superiority exists, man.
I mean, those are two different things, though, are they not?
Well, I think they're two different things because I do think that importance can exist, but I don't think that superiority can exist once again. And it seems like you don't really have any congruent argument as to why you think men are superior to women. Was there anything else you wanted to add on here?
Oh, I just saw someone to say, your mother would fight for you, stop talking. There's not a single scenario where my mother would have to fight for me. I just want to let you know that. If there was ever a time where there needed to be physical confrontation, it would never be my mother to step up to the plate.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
hey, bro, shut up. Your mother fought 9.5 months for you. Be so fucking for real.
Okay, and she would tell you too that she would never step up in a fight against another person. What are you talking about?
Be so fucking for real. Your mother permanently damaged her body and fought every day for 9 months and probably ended up tearing herself open.
Yeah, now it's my duty to protect her.
All right, so you don't have anything else to add on? You don't have any other reasons
why
why
you think you know what I mean, Dean. You know what's going to happen.
I have no clue.
You know the men would come to power if all things go to shit. You know that's true. You just.
I know. I don't. What are you resulting to gaslighting?
To the ladies right now. I think you're just trying to get points to the ladies. Oh yeah, women, you're so superior.
Hey, Clippington, fucking look at me. Do you think I need to say shit to get points from ladies?
There he goes. Yeah, I knew I would pull a string on you.
No, Clippington. I'm giving you just a very easy counter argument. Look at me. Take a second and look at me.
Okay.
Do you think I need to hold to certain beliefs to get points from ladies?
I mean, if you're gonna sit there and argue that women would fight for me, yeah, if you're gonna sit there and say that women are gonna go to war and fight just because society told them not to, then come on, bro. Like that's just such a.
Clippington, you're not answering my question.
It's a bad argument, though. Like
Clippington, look at me. I am not a man who needs to misrepresent my beliefs to get points from ladies because I'm quite physically attractive, right? It's not necessary for me to misrepresent my beliefs to get attention from individuals in which I'm attracted to. And quite frankly, I think this is very telling of you, right? Why? Because you are now trying to reduce the validity of my claims. You are now trying to reduce the validity of my beliefs. Icy Pain, thank you for the hands up. Right? On the basis that I'm acting in some fallacious manner. When in all reality, you had no logical critique of what I hold to. You had no good reason to assert that what I hold to is wrong. So you just reduce down to your fucking emotions, right? And just discredited them. And this is exactly why beliefs such as men objectively make better leaders than women are fucking false. Because of people like you. Thank you for the crown. I mean, look at yourself in a mirror, bro. You think that you'd make a good leader? You emotional fucking man? Get a grip, brother.
I mean, I'd make a way better leader than leading women to their death in war. That's for sure. I think we made it this far enough where we made
Yeah,
it pretty far.
yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to lead them to their death at war, but you do want to lead them to a state, right? And their home nation, in which they are considered half of a man, in which they don't have the same rights as a man, in which they don't have the same amount of opportunity as a man, in which they are supposed to internalize this notion that they are not as valuable, as important as men on the basis of what's in between their legs or the gender identity in which they possess in the context of their mind, right? Shut the fuck up. I hate it when people like you try to virtue signal because it's so embarrassing, right? Because your beliefs inherently lead to right situations in which are incredibly immoral. Right? Your beliefs lead to the violations of rights. Your beliefs lead to individuals thinking that they're somehow inferior to others, right? Because of traits about themselves in which they cannot change. Stop trying to hide behind the shield that you care about women so much. Because if you cared about women so much, if you really were an empath, you'd probably have similar beliefs to me. Right? You think I'm some damn good guy? No, I possess the ability to put myself in other individuals' shoes. I possess the ability to empathize with people. I possess the ability to know, right, if I was born without the activation of my SRY gene and became a female, right, and was placed in a society where the men around me valued me less than the other men around me, right? Where I was looked upon by society as less than a man and I had less opportunity, I had less rights. Dobrik, I appreciate you for the galaxy. Then I'd be fucking upset by it. I'd hate it, right? So that's why I do what I do.
Okay, but why aren't you acknowledging the fact that if it all came down, if society collapsed,
Because it's a point that's not
gender
true.
roles would result back to where they were for thousands of years, and that has
Can you give
worked
me any
for
evidence that
thousands
that's
of
the way that
years.
gender roles were?
What, that men went to war and women stayed home and took care of the kids and shit? What do you mean? How
No, I think in
any
the I
historical piece of
specifically
evidence?
wait,
I
when
mean,
you say that men went to war, you're specifically implying that a society would exist. However, earlier you said when we would reduce down to the state of nature in the absence of society, men would take charge. I heavily denounce this as being true, right? We could look at indigenous cultures, right? We could look at cultures all around the world in which existed outside of the context of society. We did not see gender roles as they exist today. In fact, gender, if it existed, usually existed in the context of something in which was fluid, right? And was not related to these very binary and static boxes that vaginas and penises have to fit in, right? Narayan, I appreciate you for the hand hearts. So you have no historical evidence for the shit that is spewing out of your mouth.
I mean, there is. Just
Then
look
give
at
it to me.
just look at
And
society.
give me evidence that in the absence of society, we would see the reduction down to these traditional gender norms. I want to see it.
I mean, I can't go back in time and look at how our ancestors lived, but you know, it's just not even like I don't even think you have to think about it too hard, bro. I'm being honest. Like it's
No. So as hard as I actually, Abby, thank you for the roses. As soon as I actually try to think about it, you have no evidence for it. You're fucking sweating. Dude. This is the big problem, right?
I'm not
Quite
sweating.
frankly,
You're the one
your misogyny is so embarrassing, bro. It's like earlier I asked you what specific trait like men possess that women don't possess that would cause men to be the natural leaders in the absence of society, and you said physical strength. You think that the size of your biceps makes you a good leader? Holy fuck. Yeah, name one, right, societal, right, leadership complex in which is purely determined on the basis of physical strength.
I
Name
mean, there's
one
other
societal
things.
structure, right, in which the leadership of it is purely determined on the basis of physical strength. And Mystic, thank you for the roses.
Not in modern society. That's not what I'm saying.
So there isn't. You can't name one leadership structure in society that is purely determined on the basis of physical strength. And yet you think that in the state of nature, men would specifically be the leaders because of their physical strength. Doesn't this seem quite counterintuitive, right? I think it does.
I mean, you look at sports. There's
No, Wait, no.
Construction sites.
No, sports. Let's talk about sports. The coach leads the players, but the players are stronger. So not even the leadership structure of sports is determined on physical strength. What's next?
So then why aren't more women coaches in professional sports if it was completely equal?
Because the socialization of the issues plus the issue of money, right? We see more generational wealth. We see more money in the context of men than women, right? And quite frankly, it takes money to buy teams. It takes money to get in those positions, and most of those coaches were prior professional players.
Not all of them.
Lola, I appreciate you for the crown, but that's what we generally see,
and that's
right? And
recently
this way,
changed, though.
wait, that's what we generally see, and that's why we'd see a correlation between being a man and being a coach of a football team.
Well, I guess so, bro. I think we're just beating a dead horse at this point. We're not going to agree.
Yeah, you're the dead horse. You're the dead horse.
I guess so, bro. You don't have to get like
Queen Jasmine, I appreciate you for the 2-month sub.
You don't have to get emotional with me, bro.
I'm not getting emotional. When I call you a dead horse, that would be synonymous to me calling the sky blue.
Oh, good one. Do you think is that going to score with the ladies too? Is that getting them wet?
I don't think my girlfriend even really likes the fact that I stream that much.
Yeah, if I tuned in and I saw you acting like this, if I was a girl, my pussy would dry up in 2 seconds. You're
Okay,
like,
well, doesn't that just contradict the claim that you made prior?
what?
You literally told me that I was doing this specifically to get like women, right? And then you said if you were a woman, this would turn you off.
Yeah, not.
Isn't that contradicting?
I'm talking about women who aren't.
Isn't that contradicting as fuck?
No, I'm talking about like normal women who aren't like simps and like they actually like are smart. They know what they're talking about. Ask any woman if they want to go fight in a war or take care of the kids. They'll give you the answer, bro.
Yeah, name one smart woman that rejects feminism.
Yo, chat. If you're a woman in here, would you rather go fight in a war or would you rather go take care of the kids at home while your husband fights in the war?
Wait, why? So why do you think that the introduction of equality would equate to this notion that somehow it means that you got to go fight in a war, right? You as a man told us that you specifically don't fight in war, right? Yeah, like shut the fuck up, buddy. You're trying to like put a twist. One second, I'm not done talking. You're trying to like put a twist on this notion of traditional gender roles that if we were to consider men and women to be equal, that this would mean that women must go fight in the war. But it's absolutely hilarious because under the system in which you would propone that men should go fight in wars, you don't. You specifically told us that you are not in the military and you never will be because you have other interests. So shut the fuck up. Stop virtue signaling. It's embarrassing. Not to mention that all of them are saying war.
They don't even believe that, bro. I hope you know that. They're just saying that just to like agree with you and not agree with me. They know deep down what they would.
QAnon conspiracy theories, bro.
you
Actual
can sit there and
gaslighting.
say you'd go to war.
I appreciate you for the crown. Shut up, buddy. You're not even going to war. You're a man and you're not going to war.
If it came down to it, I'd have to, and I would.
Clippington, you are a man that told me that you do not want to go to war. Come on.
I don't want to. Who wants to go die? Like what? Come on, bro.
Wait, doesn't this contradict your original claim? You
How?
specifically said that women are not equal to man. You specifically said that women are not equal to men because women would not want to go fight in wars. Meanwhile, you just told us that you would not want to go fight in a war.
Men have been doing things they don't want to do for thousands of years. Bro.
Woo! Get dunked on, kid. Get fucking dunked on.
Men have been doing things that they don't
Absolutely
want to for
hilarious.
thousands of years.
Wait, bro.
Let me talk.
We even already talked
You
about
gonna let me
this.
talk?
Doran, I appreciate you for the galaxy. W gift. All right, yeah, go ahead, man. Talk.
I don't know, man. It just seems like you're just like trying to talk over me now. I don't know why, but like you're not letting me speak, bro. You're not letting me speak at this time.
Draco, thank you so much for the galaxy. W Draco, good to see you. Thank you so much. And I'm literally on mute waiting for you to speak.
Well, you're muting me and stuff, so why are you doing that? That's not nice.
I specifically said I'm muting myself to let you speak. So are you going to complain or are you going to give me an argument?
Well, I'm saying just because you don't want to do something doesn't mean you don't do it. Like I get up and I go to work. It doesn't mean I want to go to work. I do it because I have to. And men have been doing things they don't want to do for thousands of years just because they have to. You think men want to go and fight a mammoth and take down a mammoth and bring it home? And do you think they want to do that? No.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna like give up on this point. You continue to say men are superior to women because men fight in the wars. So you know what I'm gonna do for the purpose of debate? We're gonna accept this, right? For the purpose of this debate,
Okay.
men are supposed to go to the war.
They
men
are.
are supposed to put their.
Debate, man.
Hey, would you not interrupt me?
But you're interrupting me though. It's not fair. It can't be a one-way street in a debate, right?
I didn't interrupt you. I had my microphone on mute.
Come on, bro. You're gonna sit here and say you haven't interrupted me once this entire time? That's crazy. Don't even sit there and
From
do
this
that.
point forward, do you want to have a productive conversation and
I
not
would love
interrupt
to.
one another?
I'd love to,
Okay.
man.
So let's go ahead and start that productive conversation. Here we go. So you're not going to give up on this point. So I'm going to accept it. You know what, Climpington? You're right. Men have to go fight in the wars. It is men who should put their lives on the line. It is men who should yield the pew-pews and protect the nation and defend everyone at home. But does this make men superior? I don't think so. Because who's putting their life on the line for the president and the Secret Service? Is the
Men.
Secret Service superior or
Men.
inferior to the president? The Secret Service is inferior. In the context of medieval society, who's putting their lives on the line to protect the king and the queen? The soldiers. Are the soldiers inferior or superior to the king and the queen? They're inferior. What about bodyguards? Who's putting their life on the line to protect the celebrity? The bodyguards. Are the bodyguards inferior or superior to the celebrity? Inferior. So it seems like if you are putting your life on the line for another individual in all these other contexts, it's because you're inferior to them. So even if we accept your worldview, it reduces down to the claim that men are inferior to women. Oh.
Do you know? Do you know what would happen if men just ceased to stop existing and working?
Oh, the society would go to shit. Same could be said about women. You wouldn't even be here, bud.
Of course. But if we took women out of the working place and put them in the house, it would still work. But if you took men and you put them in the house and you put women in the workplace, it wouldn't work. Society would not work.
Do you think the house is
Society
not
would
a
collapse
working
in 2
place?
seconds. All
Do you
the-
think
all-
that, do you,
all-
one second. I want to ask you a very genuine question. Do you think that the house is not a working place? So Pew Research Center, right, evaluated, right, the needs, right, and duties of stay-at-home mothers on average in the context of the U.S. They evaluated what exactly they were doing. They evaluated how much time and effort they were putting into doing these things. They evaluated the certain skills, right, or abilities in which would be necessary to do these certain things, right? And it was computed out, right, that if stay-at-home mothers were to be paid, right, on average, that the average salary would be about $160,000 a year. So first of all, I agree with you off the bat. I don't see any good reason for these traditional gender norms, right? But if you were to uphold them, I would say that working in the context of a house, right, is definitely part of the working place. But at the end of the day, I just simply think you hold to the claims that you do because the last time you felt the touch of a female was when your mother was changing your diapers at 4 months old. It seems like you're very angry at something. You're very mad at something.
Why would you say that? I'm just going off what society would say. Like most.
I mean, no,
society
you
agree with me.
You got rejected? Nah, bro, your promposal in high school got rejected in front of the whole school, right? And since then, you've been trying to, pull one over on them. So, man, this is
do you
just
want me to put
embarrassing
on
for
you
you.
want me to put on my camera so you can see my girlfriend, me and my girlfriend, or what?
Actually, yeah, please put your camera on.
All right, hold up. Let me see if how do I do that?
Please put your camera on.
How do I do that?
I will send you a request to do so. Please.
No, actually, I'm not even gonna do that. That's
No, dude, don't back
No,
out now.
because
Put it
You
on.
guys are gonna make fun of my girlfriend. That's not fair.
No, you don't even need to show your girlfriend then.
No, but the chat is just gonna make fun of my girlfriend. That's not fair. Like, Dean, I
Jessica,
look
thank
like
you for the
bro.
galaxy.
Dean, I kind of look like you, bro.
W Jessica, I appreciate you for the galaxy. Wait, I thought that you're a big, strong, like man. Why do you care what women think if they're so inferior?
When did I say I'm a big, strong man? You bench more than me, bro.
Wait. Wait, are you like folding right to the thoughts and desires and comments of the women in chat? Wait, I thought women were inferior.
No, I just respect my lady, and I don't want her to be faced with that. There's no reason why.
I don't really. I mean, I respect that, but we don't really want you to turn on your camera on to see your girlfriend. We could care less. We feel bad for her.
Well, I mean,
Let's
you're
see why anyone would make fun of her.
okay. She's perfectly fine, bro. She's perfectly fine. She would take working in the house over going to war every single day of the week. So all you girls saying, "Oh,
Would you not?
I'll go to war." Yeah, okay.
Wait, Clippington, would you rather
the biggest
Clip-
lie ever? It should have just so funny.
Clippington, I have a question.
So funny
Would
to
you
have girls say that in the
Clippington, I have a question. Would you rather stay at home or go to war?
Me, if my country was being invaded, I'd
No,
rather go
right
to
now.
war.
No, right now.
No,
Would you rather
okay,
stay at home or go to war?
there's no war. We're not fighting a war. What would I be dying for? Like what?
Would you rather right now stay at home or go into the army?
We're not fighting in a conflict. Like what?
You
What's
could go. Whoa, yeah, we have conflict in Yemen. We have conflict in the context of the Middle East, right? Some troops are going over to fight in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, right? We'd also see some exportation in the context of Ukraine. We definitely are. So right now, would you rather stay at home or go fight?
and who's 99% of the people being sent over there to fight are who?
Clippyton, I'm asking you a question. It sounds like you don't answer it. Would you rather stay
Oh,
at home or
you know
go
my
fight?
answer. Now,
Why are you not answering?
because bro, no one wants to go die for war. It doesn't prove anything. That just because
Shut the fuck up. This y'all heard it from him first. This entire time he's been absolutely harping on this point that women would prefer to stay at home than go fight in war. And then when the same question is asked of him, he says he'd rather stay at home than fight in war. Why are you so angry and critical of women, right, for not wanting to go fight in war? And then you specifically turn around and say no one would want to go fight in war. Dude, if you disrespect women this much, I don't see how you have any respect for your girlfriend. Right? If she exists, I feel so bad for her, bro. I feel so bad for her. And this whole thing about being a stay-at-home mom, taking care of the kids, doing the laundry, cooking, and cleaning, I think it's just denoting the fact that men are incapable, men are irresponsible. Right?
my
I mean,
girlfriend,
this just denotes that
my
like
girlfriend.
fucking that women are more capable than men. Are you kidding me? Right? If you really want to uphold these certain societal stigmas in which would put women in the context of like cooking and cleaning, you really need someone else to cook for you? You know that common saying, "Go make me a sandwich." You really can't fucking pick up the bread and the butter knife and figure it out yourself. The common phrase, "Go do my laundry." You really can't go to Target, get some Tide, fill up the cup a quarter way, put it in there, and put the clothes. Ooh. Click on your profile picture and unmute yourself.
Yo, why are you making all these assumptions about me, bro? I know how to fucking cook. Like, come on.
Then how come you need a woman to do it for you?
Never said that. When did I ever say
Yeah,
I
you
need a
did.
woman to do that for me?
Yeah, you think that women should stay in the house.
No, I think that they would just prefer that.
Oh, well, then how come we see, right, like the rate of women entering into STEM-related fields at an all-time high? Right, if they prefer that, then how come once like traditionalism was reduced, right, and we're starting to see an emergence of feminism in the context of a society, right, alongside that we're seeing much more women, right, entering into STEM-related fields and getting out of that context of the house? Why do we see more women going to school than men? If women wanted to stay at home, well, then I'd expect to see much more men going to school than women. But it's quite obvious that more women are getting degrees than men specifically to not stay at home and to go out and work a career. If
Yeah,
anything, I think men want to stay at home because there's less men getting degrees. What are you going to do without a degree?
but women are less happy now than they were before.
Provide me any evidence of that.
Uh, the increase in antidepressant drugs.
The increase in antidepressant drugs? Wait,
Being,
is this because women
being
are less happy or because the societal stigma around getting diagnosed with forms of mental illness has reduced? Right? Like, for instance, I think it's abundantly clear that the diagnoses of mental illness, right, will increase as social stigmas of them get reduced. Like, for instance, right, men expressing emotions is very stigmatized in the context of society, right? This is why we see much less men getting the diagnoses for things such as depression, but we know more men suffer from depression due to the fact that vastly more men self-unalive than women, right? Vastly more men abuse substances than women, right? Vastly more men, right, have these negative emotions than women. And the only reason we see less men getting diagnosed with them is because of the social stigmas. But we could also see these social stigmas exist in the context of women, and they've just simply diminished over the course of the last 100 years or so. And that's why we see more.
So would you call my girlfriend dumb and stupid if I were to say, if she were to tell you that she would rather prefer to stay at home and let me work? What would you say to that? What would you say to a woman that agrees with me?
Oh, good for her. I mean, quite frankly, I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with traditional gender roles. What I think is really wrong, right, is when men take these traditional gender roles and try to put them on the big screen, quote unquote, and say that you must abide with these traditional gender roles, and if you're doing anything else, that you're doing something wrong. If this certain dynamic would like work in the context of your relationship, good for y'all.
Yeah, but she would even tell you that most women that she deals with in her life would prefer the same thing. If money wasn't an issue, let's say the man
Then
took care
how
of
could,
all the bills.
yeah, then how come
Can you let me
more
finish?
women are
Can
going
you
to
let me
school than
finish?
men?
Can you let me finish?
Sure, I'm just 2 steps ahead of you at all times. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish. Go for it.
Ah, you're so smart, bro. If women, you're not telling me, bro, that women wouldn't prefer if everything was paid for to just stay at home and do and find hobbies and other productive things to do in their time instead of working. Women are less happy in the workplace. It's a proven fact.
Then how come more women go to school and get degrees than men if they want to stay at home?
Well, they think they're raised on this idea now that, oh, go be independent, go do this, go do that, you'll be happy. And then they turn around once they're 30 and they don't have a spouse, they don't have kids, and they're longing for this. They don't have Women are happier when they have children. It's a proven fact.
Wait, I generally think that like both men and women are happier when they have children.
No, but women specifically though.
Okay, men specifically as well.
Long term happiness, and
I,
women
I, I
having
think
children
I,
are
I
two
think that
things
we
that
I
go
think
hand
that
in
we
hand.
do I think that we do see a positive correlation. I'm pretty sure we see a positive correlation, right? That the average person is more happy with children. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that we do, but this is going to be true of both men and women.
but it's way more. You come on,
Yeah,
bro.
could you give me evidence of this?
I mean, you can use Google. You can go look for
Yeah, what do you want me to look up on
statistics on
Google?
that.
What's your source?
I don't have a specific source, but I know for a fact
That's
that women are
embarrassing.
happier with children. Women are happier when in long term life than when they have children. It's just a
Yeah,
fact.
but I'm specifically asking for evidence to show that women would be at a higher proportionality to be happier with having children than men, right? On average, overall.
I mean, I don't have a direct source for you, bro. It's kind of hard to
So
just
your
be,
source is
yo.
trust me, bro.
I mean, what's your source of all
For
these
what?
women being so happy with being in the workforce?
Wait,
Where's your source on
what
that?
specific claim did I make that you want evidence for?
Oh my god, man, you're just like running. You're just like trying to just go in circles and shit, bro.
Wait, no, you asked me what my source was, and I've made a lot of claims. Yeah, which specific claim of mine do you want a source for? I don't mind giving it to you.
That women are better in STEM fields and that women have higher IQ.
Okay, yeah. As far as a higher IQ would go, we could look at like research centers such as Princeton and Harvard. They denote at the 50th percentile that women would possess a higher IQ than men, right? And then in the context of STEM-related fields, the more specific sources would be individuals that would work at these institutions. I can actually get you a first-hand source up on the live that would denote the overwhelming amount of women entering into these related fields. We could also look at research centers such as Pew that would record this. Right, and then we could also, right, we have 2.5 thousand people in here. That's a pretty big study group. Y'all, what do you
Is it
specifically want to
is
make a
it
poll on? Like here, how about
It's
this?
biased?
So this is gonna be,
It's
this
a
is gonna
biased
be,
poll.
okay. Well, I guess let's see what the bias poll has to say. Right, happy face. If you want to have the freedom to do with your life as you wish, or sad face, if you want to stay at home and you think all women should stay at home, let's see it.
Not all women should stay at home. Never said that. I just said they would prefer it.
Listen, that's a drastic fucking outcome. You really got dunked on there. But secondly, even if all women did prefer to stay home, how would this make them inferior? They're literally raising the next generation of humanity.
Oh wow, the poll that the creator made and the creator's point. Wow, it did so good. I wonder why.
That's really fucking
It's
bad,
it's
man.
almost like your target audience has a certain agenda. It's almost like your viewers
So
are.
so you asked for evidence, and then you provided evidence, and all of a sudden it's biased.
Would you agree that that's an
So do you
unbiased
have?
poll?
Yeah, most likely.
That's
Wait, no, I
totally
would say,
bullshit. You
no,
know
I'd
it.
say like,
That's
yeah, the,
complete
the poll's
bullshit. You
probably
know it,
biased.
bro. You know that.
Wait, no, I thought you asked me if it was biased. It's most likely biased.
If
for
I
sure.
went on my live and I made a poll, I wouldn't expect to
So,
say. I
so
wouldn't
just
say
let's
that it's
let's try to clear
unbiased.
things up here.
Come on, bro. It's
What's
logic.
I literally just said it's biased.
You know
for
what
sure.
unbiased means?
Clippington, I quite literally just said it's probably biased.
Okay.
But anyways, what specific claim are you making, right? In which I'm supposed to be like arguing against? You're kind of all over the place. Do you want to? What claim are
Let's
you
wrangle
making
this
here?
in. Let's wrangle this in. All right. Okay. So, if you were to go out into public, right, and let's say a random town in the United States, not a big city where certain ideologies are perpetuated, but you went into demographics and political places where it was very diverse, you know, in very diverse places. And you asked them and you said, hey, you went down the street, you went up to every woman and you said, if money was not an issue, would you prefer to go to work and have a career? Or would you prefer to have hobbies and stay at home and not have to work? You don't have to stay at home. Staying at home sounds bad, but you have the freedom. It's financial freedom.
What do you think would happen if we asked men the same question?
I mean, most men would probably, if someone says, hey, I'm going to give you thousands of dollars at your expense, at my expense, and you could just use it however you like, and all you have to do is take care of children and do laundry and wash dishes and prepare meals, I would do it in a heartbeat. It's not that hard. I cook for myself. I do everything myself. It's not that difficult, bro. I promise you that. I'd say having a career and
Well,
being,
exactly. Thanks for fucking disproving your own point.
how?
You just said that you want to be a stay-at-home dad.
If I had the choice, but I'm a man. I don't have that choice.
Thank you for the roses.
I'm a man. I don't have that choice, though. I'm a man. I'm expected to do something. I
Wait,
don't care
wait.
about
I thought that your entire argument was based off upon the presumed right attitudes of women. So you're saying because there exists these certain attitudes in the context of women that they want to stay at home. Just the simple possession of this desire. This is what would make them inferior. But you're now saying that you possess that same desire, all right? So I don't see what the logical distinction would be because it seems like this desire would most likely be present in everyone. This is why like retirement exists. This is people getting a lot of money to stay at home and do their hobbies and what makes them happy and not work. That's what
there's no
retirement is,
choice for
brother.
a man. It's like 95-5 when it comes to.
Wait, why do you think it's not a choice?
Because it's just not, bro. Like who's
Wait,
gonna,
is it
what woman's
possible?
gonna come out of
Is
the
it
woodwork and start
possible
paying
that
for
it's
you?
not a choice for men because men made these traditional gender norms and men told men that they're supposed to go out and work while men told women that they're not? It kind of sounds like it's not a choice because men made it that way. Right? Fuck. Maybe you should join the movement, become a feminist, advocate for equality, and advocate for the abolishment of traditionalist gender norms. And who knows? Maybe in 5-10 years you could be a stay-at-home husband.
Well, I mean, who doesn't want to get paid for not working though?
Listen, personally speaking, I don't see how this would show that men are superior to women. Do you want to give another argument, or are you done here? I don't mind moving on to the next guest.
So I don't understand why you like equate that just to intellect when it's a lot of different factors combined into one.
Wait, I don't equate superiority to intellect. I equate superiority to not existing. Once again, think it's a delusion of the mind of an insecure man. I don't know.
How am I insecure, bro? Just because I think that women.
What else would
working?
be
Like? How is that insecure? Like,
wait, I could tell you. I could
I
tell
don't
you.
agree with you doesn't mean that I'm insecure. I'm not calling
Actually,
you insecure.
Tangled,
Like,
thank you for the roses. Quite frankly,
you
I
being-
think I could explain it to you. I think I could explain to you why I think that you're most likely insecure. Because you haven't provided any defense for this idea that men are superior to women. You haven't provided any good reason. You haven't provided an ounce of logic. You haven't provided an ounce of intellect. You haven't provided anything of substance to justify this claim. So it's like, well, what else could cause this claim? Right?
I mean, I have, and all you do is just say,
Clippington,
"Oh,
I'm going to go ahead and finish your talking. And it's like, what else could cause this claim? Because essentially, the claim that men are superior to women reduces down to this idea that women are worth less than men and like inferior to men. And I think it's possible that what could be causing this claim is more specifically the fact that you don't value yourself that much. So you want to like make women around you worth less, so relatively you're worth more, right? It's like you don't think you're worth that much, but you know at the end of the day, according with your own beliefs, that all women around you will be worth less. So therefore, you're still of some value, right? You don't sit at the bottom of the totem pole. I can't think of like another defense for it, man. Also, guys, if you want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio, y'all. It is the best way to support me, chat. Get a notification at the top of my screen. You could attach your name and a message. I could read it out on live. It's a lot of fun. But Clippington, is there absolutely anything else you want to add on here? Any last words? Any last arguments before I move on to the next guest?
I just know that when everything hits the fan, the military,
No, you don't.
when the military is very necessary and there's people knocking on your door wanting to take what's yours, you call one person, and it's men. You don't call women to come fight for you, bro. And I know for a fact that you agree with me. You just don't want to admit it because you think it makes you lose points with the ladies or something. But you know for a fact, bro, that if someone were to knock on your door with a gun, your wife or your girlfriend is going to look directly at you and say, what are you going to do? And there's a reason for that. It's because she looks for you for leadership. She looks for you to be the one to save her.
Bradley, thank you so much for the galaxy. W Bradley in the chat. W Bradley in the chat. Bro, we've already went over this so many times. Like, I'm gonna respond to this one last time. Even if your claim was to be true, this would still, in my mind, make men inferior to women. Because what happens when a man with a gun comes knocking at the White House? The Secret Service goes out and protects the president.
Yeah, men.
We all know that the president.
Yes,
This is an analogy, man. I'm gonna go ahead and
the Secret Service aren't women.
Hey, man, do you mind if I try to finish my analogy here? Thank you. Yeah, if someone with a pew-pew comes knocking on the door of the White House, right, well, who's going to show up? Is it going to be the president or the Secret Service? The Secret Service is going to show up. The president is going to go down to a safe room. Well, we all know that the president would be superior to the Secret Service, and the reason in which the Secret Service would be protecting the president is because they would deem the president as more valuable than them, right? It's like we could think about this very simply. If we are going to protect someone, if we are going to risk our lives in hope that we would be saving another life, right, we would just automatically assume this life in which we would be saving from risking their own would be more valuable than ours. If it wasn't more valuable than ours, well, then they would be the one risking their lives. Think about it. I mean, honestly, think about it.
I just want you to understand, though, like,
Maya, thank you so much for the $2 over PayPal. W Maya in the chat, y'all. W Maya in the chat. Like, I mean, think about it. Two people. Alexander, thank you for the 35 cents over PayPal. Two people, right? There's these two people in a house, and someone with a pew-pew comes up to the house and wants to unalive them all. Person one is defending person two. Why is person one going to be defending person two? It's probably because person one thinks that they're less valuable than person two. It's probably because person one thinks at the end of the day, if one of these individuals had to get hurt, it would be preferred that it's them, right? Because the other individual, right, is more valuable, right? Or it is more important that the other individual does not get hurt. So if we just think about it very simply here, right, this role of being a protector does not equate to superiority, right?
Well, I just think that what you just said, like, value, I understand what you're saying, but when a woman gets pregnant, she can no longer be pregnant again. She's only could be pregnant once in that 9-month span, but a man could get many women pregnant in that span. So yes, women are more important because men are kind of expendable. One man can impregnate 3 women at the same time.
You understand that this is like radical feminist logic right now? This is radical feminist
How is
ideology.
What's radical about what I'm saying? It's
No, this is specifically radical feminist ideology that you're
It's not
giving us
radical.
right now. Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Radical feminist ideology. You're saying that men are expendable. You're saying that we need to protect women and women are valuable because men are expendable. Like, do we understand how you're almost coming full circle here? Right, Lex, I appreciate you for the $5 over Venmo. W Lex, thank you. And Ecom Elite, thank you for the 50 cents over Venmo. It's just absolutely so funny that when you get so far right, It's almost as if the lines are blurry between the far left. Bradley, thank you so much for the galaxy. W. Bradley. It's like there would be some radical feminists that would agree with you on that point. There'd be some radical feminists that would agree that men are expendable. We're a little confused here, Clippington.
I just think back in like the medieval times, right? Back in medieval times, if you were pregnant and you were a woman, you're not going to fight in a war. Like you're very vulnerable, you're valuable. Like we need you in society. And if the woman dies, that's 2 lives lost instead of 1.
Cosmica, thank you for the hand arts. If a pregnant woman dies, that's 2 life lost instead of 1. Well, like pregnant women shouldn't be fighting in war because they're pregnant.
Why? Because they would get slaughtered in 1 second.
Whoa, dear God, no! Excuse you.
If a pregnant woman,
Jesus fucking Christ! I'd specifically say that they shouldn't fight in war because they're pregnant. They have other means to tend to. Hello? And now you're talking about, right, these individuals getting slaughtered? Dear God, you're a mess.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying, though. Like you keep trying to like taking what I'm saying and blowing.
Bro, it's just so funny hearing this come out of your mouth. You know who would get unalived in a second? Probably you. Probably you.
What makes you
like
say that?
the big
What
yeah,
makes you say
because
that?
yeah. How old are you? Maya, thank you for the $10 over PayPal. W Maya in the chat, thank you so much for the $10. How old are
I'm
you?
23.
Clipperton? Yeah, you're 23. You could bench 2 plates. It sounds like you got some anger issues. And where do you live?
New York City.
Yeah, you're from NYC. You probably grew up sheltered. You could bench 2 plates. You're 23. All right, bro. You don't know what that shit's
I grew
like.
up sheltered. That's
you,
an
you
assumption.
don't know what that shit's like. Katie, thank you for the $10 over Venmo. W Katie in the chat. That's so kind of you. W Katie. It's like you're over here talking about you're some war-torn 73-year-old vet that fought in Nam, World War II, Korea, and so on. Like, holy fucking hell, dude. Kylene, thank you so much for $15 over Venmo. W Kylene in the chat. W Kylene in the chat. Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you so much, Kylene. Like, bro, be so fucking for real with me. You want to talk about expendability?
All right, hold up. First of all, bro, you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through in my life. So let me just stop you there. You grew up.
I
sheltered.
do know you. You're a joke. That's who you
You
are.
grew up sheltered. You don't know me. You've never met me. You have no idea what I've been through. So why are you saying that? That's
Yeah, because
terrible
if
to say about someone.
you didn't grow up, Bradley, I appreciate you for the galaxy. W Bradley in the chat, thank you so much. You guys are being so
If I
kind
didn't
right
grow
now.
up sheltered, come on,
Because if
bro.
you didn't grow up sheltered,
I'd send women to war.
because if you didn't grow up getting indoctrinated,
I'd send women to war if
right,
I
into
wasn't
these certain
sheltered,
ideals.
like you.
1 second. If you didn't grow up indoctrinated by these certain ideals, well, then you want to hold to such beliefs, right? Like I have it's very rare, if not ever, that I meet an individual that is truly acquainted with reality, that has very real lived life experiences, right? That would hold to such pathetic ideologies. Absolutely. And now you're trying to say that I want to send women to war. Holy fucking hell, dude. Get a grip, brother. I'm gonna move on to the next.
Is that now
guest.
you're advocating?
Like you can't debate. You can't debate with a spine, bro. As soon as you're ready to debate with a spine, feel free to re-request. You don't have an argument. What's going on, man? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
No, I do not.
Well, I appreciate you for coming up, man. I'm specifically looking for people that do. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest, y'all. Guys, once again, if we are in the guest request, make sure that we specifically hold to the claim that men are superior to women, guys. Also, y'all, make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen if you guys do want to support me, y'all. Bradley, thank you so much for the money gun. My Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio, y'all. What's up, Richard? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
No.
I appreciate you, man. Guys, please, if we're in the guest request, we got to disagree. I just want to put that out there. Please don't be in the guest request if you agree with me. It saves a lot of time. I love y'all, but it saves so much time if y'all just follow that particular boundary. Thank you so much for the $1. What's up, Brian? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
I don't believe anybody's superior to anybody.
Brian, you should have left guest request then. I thought I made that clear. I love that for you. That's amazing. Guys, please. We're gonna move on to Jeremy. Like, please, please, please. Like, y'all are valid, but please. Hey, Jeremy, do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
No.
Jeremy, what have I been saying for like the last 3 minutes here? I love you, brother. I love you. I love you. But listening ears on next time, Jeremy. All right, moving on. It's gonna get let's go get our next guest up in here. All right, what's up, man? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Can I ask, do you mean chauvinism or just general topics of superiority?
Bradley, thank you so much for the money gun. Thank you for your support today. I'm asking you if you think that men are more valuable or better than women.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not.
Appreciate
later.
you, man. Moving on here. Moving on. Let's go ahead and talk to JP. Where are y'all listening ears? Nathaniel, thank you for the 12 cents over PayPal. What's up, JP? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Nah.
Okay. JP, what have I been saying for like the last couple minutes now?
Oh, I don't know. I just got here.
Okay. Well, enjoy the stream. Chat. You know, listening ears. Right, guys? Right? Hello. Are men superior to women, all things considered?
Absolutely.
Well, why? Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, shit.
I mean, that's kind of a. If you really want to, really look at the world, right? Men run the world. We've run the world since the beginning of time. Emperors, kings, throughout the history of the world. And I know it's a fucked up way to look at it, right? But if all men came together, well, let me go back a little bit. Women have rights because of men. Any rights women have is because of men. Men go to war, men go to battle. Everything men do when we go to war is for women to have rights. If men didn't do that for women, women wouldn't have rights at all, right? If all men in the world right now decided, fuck that, women are going to have rights, women are going to do as what we say, they have no choice. The only ones that could protect them against any of that is a man. So by that, men are superior.
Dude, simple response. And everything you just said, replace the word man with white man and replace the word woman with black man. We've seen throughout the context of history, right, that white people, typically speaking, have more power than black people because of societal stigmas and resources.
And because of white men.
Please, I let you talk.
Men,
I let you talk.
women have rights.
I'm gonna mute you now because I'm gonna finish talking. Right? We also see, like, in the context of the U.S., right, white people hold more power than black people. We've seen in the past, you know, we all know our past, right? We know that these things are true and that these things exist, right? And you're denoting this particular relationship as existing in the context of gender, right? That men have more power than women, right? But would you say because this also exists in the context of race, with white people having more power than black people, would you say white people are superior to black people? Click on your profile picture and click the icon of the mic to unmute yourself. Hey, there you go. So do you think that white people are superior to black people?
No, absolutely. I mean, there was a time, right? But now in the times we live in, obviously everyone's equal. You know what I mean? But going back
there
to
was
your
a
question-
time? Wait, no, wait. There was a time where white people were superior to black people?
Yes, there
Tell me
was.
about that. Tell me about that.
You know, during slavery, obviously the white man, well, it depends on how you look at history.
So the white supremacists were justified in their white supremacy?
I'm not saying they were justified. I'm just saying the facts.
Well,
Back in
if
the
they
day-
were unjustified, that would mean that white supremacy was false. However, you're implying that it was specifically true.
It was
right?
false. No, let me answer your question. You muted me. You talked. Let me answer your question.
Buddy, you interrupt me. Of course I muted you.
Right. So, a couple hundred years ago, white people obviously they enslaved black people.
Jokes, I appreciate you for the Panther pause.
There's nothing black people could do So obviously at that point in time, the white people were superior to blacks. Now there was white people that fought. We had a civil war, freed the slaves. Now we live in a time where black people are equal.
Oh,
Speaking,
okay. So first of all, saying white people were superior to blacks, that's fucking disgusting.
they were
I don't
they
think that we should
conquered.
be.
They conquered. They conquered.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
They
Can you
conquered them.
can you control yours? Do you mind if I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's not dehumanize, right, black individuals. Let's not do that.
No, no
Thank
one's
you so much for
dehumanizing
that. Thank you for that. Hey, you're interrupting me again. Thank you for the hand arts. All right. And the reason, right, in which this is bad to say, right, is because no, I don't think that during the times of slavery, white people were more valuable or superior to black people. This is a racist claim, in fact, right? We could even look in other contexts. Like, let's just think of this idea that, like, the Yazidis in context of World War II, 1930s through 40s, right? When they're putting, like, Jewish individuals, right, into these camps, right? Would we say that, like, these Jewish individuals were legitimately inferior to others? No, we wouldn't say that at all. Right? Why? Because that would be, bad. These are poor ideologies. So unless you want to like self-label as a racist, I think you have a contradiction in your logic.
No,
And I'm not really here to give you any of my time if you're just blatantly racist.
No. I'm not. I'm not. I
Yeah, you
agree.
just said that white people were superior to black people. That's racist.
In the sense of that they were at the time, obviously they were basically, how can I put it? I'm having a fucking brain fart here. They enslaved the black people. So when someone conquers someone else, like when, obviously it's happened throughout history and every.
You're not denying it. I'm just gonna move on to the next guess. I have like absolutely no desire just to talk to blatant racists. No desire at all. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guess. Hey, what's going on? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Honestly, I've been gone for a really long time and I just got signal. So I didn't hear any of the argument. I was watching.
No worries, because I'm here to debate you now. Do you think that men are superior to women?
In which aspects?
Like all
I
things
think
considered.
everybody-
Like
I
overall.
wouldn't say like all things, no.
Well, like at the end of the
but-
day, do you think that men are better than women?
No.
Okay, appreciate you for coming up, Acid. We are just specifically looking for individuals that do agree with that claim. Guys, if you do want to support me, right, my Venmo is in my bio, y'all. My Venmo is in my bio, everyone. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and talk to Rando. Narion, thank you so much for the hand arts. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say. Someone in my chat just said that the last guest wasn't racist. So I guess white supremacy is not racist. Terrible take. We're going to go to move on to our next guest, guys. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say. Our next individual's loading up right now, y'all. Yo, damn, who sent that? 1 second, Goodman. 1 second. Let the email pop up. Let the email pop up here. Dorinda, thank you so much for the $25 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Dorinda. Guys, let's get a W Dorinda in the chat for the $25 over PayPal. Thank you. W Dorinda, y'all. W Dorinda. What's up, Goodman? Do you think that men are superior to women? All things
What's up, dude? Yes.
All right, why so?
Just to clarify, I don't actually support Trump. I just wanted to bait you into accepting me, but yeah. I do.
Bradley! W Bradley in that chat right now for the TikTok universe. Holy crap! W Bradley! Bro! Holy shit!
Bro, that
W
scared the fuck
Bradley!
out of me, dude.
Shut the fuck up, I don't care. W Bradley in that chat for the next 10 minutes. Yo! Bradley! That's unreal! Oh my god! Thank you so much for the love! Dude, Bradley, I'm being so dead serious. Thank you so much for the love. That is so fucking kind of you. That is absolutely so kind of you. I'm so thankful for you. That is crazy support. That is unreal support. I'm absolutely so grateful for you, man. Thank you. I mean, all the proceeds that I get from these lives, that's how I live. This is my job, and that's just so kind of you, man. W. Bradley. I'm gonna fucking cry. W. Bradley, y'all. I guess we're gonna go ahead and get back to the debate, but seriously, bro, thank you so much.
Anyway,
W. Bradley.
let's go back to it.
Yeah. So why do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Because females are weak.
Maricela, thank you so much for the $20 over Venmo. Thank you so much. Thank you for skipping the races. Of course, Marcella. W. Maricela for the $20 over Venmo. Thank you so much. So women are weak. Okay, how are women weak in comparison to men?
They're physically weak, significantly.
Okay, got it, right? So would you say that humanity is the most superior species on Earth or not? Because
Yep.
humanity is significantly oh, really? Is human so like if you were to arm wrestle a gorilla, who would win?
The gorilla.
Oh, but the human's superior to the gorilla, even though the gorilla is physically stronger. Wait,
Yep,
who's your favorite
because-
president of all time? 1 second. Who's your favorite president of all time?
I don't give a fuck about presidents. I'm not even
Who's your
American.
favorite leader
I
of
just,
all time?
I just knew you were gonna. I don't have a favorite leader. Can we stick to the topic? or are you gonna keep pushing now?
Who's someone that you look up to?
Yeah, we'll talk about it after we finish this topic we're talking about right now. So anyway,
No, I'm asking
yeah,
you a
to be-
question, man. Please answer it.
yeah. Well, you're asking me a question that is not related to what we're talking
It
about.
is.
so
It
I'd
is.
rather
It is
stick to the
related.
topic.
Please trust
Are
me.
you gonna keep pivoting, or are you gonna let me answer the question?
It's not a pivot. It's on topic. Please answer my question.
Well, it's not on. I wanted to answer your previous.
Bro, you can't say that it's not on topic, right? When you don't even know the relation. Like you have to follow the dialogue in order to like denote the specific relation. If you're just gonna be
I
dense,
would like
I'm
to
just
answer
gonna
your
skip
first
you.
question about the gorilla. You first asked me about a gorilla, and then you pivoted to which is your favorite leader. So I would like to answer your first question before we move on to my favorite leader, which I don't even have one. So I want to answer your first question first. So anyway, yeah. Gorillas are physically stronger than humans, but to be specific, since you're going to be disingenuous, men are superior because we are significantly physically stronger, but we are on par in terms of intelligence.
Okay, got it. So who's your favorite leader of all time?
I don't have one.
Name someone you look up to.
Nobody.
Okay. Would you say that like MLK is a pretty good guy? MLK.
Sure.
Sure. Who's superior, Martin Luther King Jr. or a 15-year-old high school dropout, right, that has about 3 brain cells, but he steals daddy's money to buy steroids, injects that shit, and can bench 450 pounds? Who's superior?
Well, it depends. If they're alone in a room, that kid is superior.
So, a 15-year-old high school dropout that steals daddy's money to buy steroids with 3 brain cells is superior to MLK?
Yep, depends on the context.
Damn. Damn! See, this is the absurdity in your claim. Name one leadership structure that exists in society that's purely determined on the basis of physical strength.
I didn't say it's based on physical strength. You're strawmanning what I said. I said that men are superior because men are significantly stronger despite being on par in terms of intelligence. And not to mention that when you say, women are...
For the rose. Who's superior, the coach of a football team or the players?
The coach of a football team or the player? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Who's the superior, right? The coach of the football team would. He's the superior who tells them what to do. Who's stronger?
Yeah, he's the superior because he is significantly more knowledgeable than them. That is the point. Are you dumb, dude?
If you're denoting, so if you're denoting, right, like the intelligence difference in context of like a coach and a player, right, to be relevant enough to constitute superiority, well, then we could just simply denote the same thing that would exist in the context of men and women, right? 30% more women go to school than men, right? We see that women generally possess a higher IQ at the 50th percentile in comparison to men, right? We see that women have better control over their emotions in context than men. It's for that reason that they possess a higher EQ. Or in the context of STEM-related fields, we see that women outperform men, right? In the context of academics, women outperform men. So I just make the claim that generally speaking, the average woman is going to be significantly more knowledgeable than the average man, right? So it almost
Okay,
seems
well,
as if your logic would hold to be
yeah,
to
we
be the
get the point.
case.
We get the point.
It seems as if your logic would hold to be the case. You'd almost have to consider women superior to men.
Okay. Are you done?
And then
Okay.
also, real quick, how much
So
how much
first-
do you bench press? One last question: how much do you bench press?
I don't bench press. That's gay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. So 1 second. I bench press 275. Am I superior to you? Because I am not
Yes,
only
yes.
physically stronger than you, but okay,
Yes.
as your superior, right? I'm commanding you.
But
to switch
obviously,
orders.
I'm not gonna treat you like my superior because we're not in the same room. Because so I don't give a fuck. So anyway,
Can we
back
get
to
a
what I was
W?
saying.
Can we get a W, Dean? He's a submissive type. I guess
Yeah,
he's
guys,
into the role play.
give him a W, Dean, guys. You know he wants the validation of the viewers. Give him the W, please, please. Give him the
No,
W.
I
He bench presses.
specifically got the W, Dean, because you conceded that I'm
Because you
superior
asked
to
them.
you.
Yeah, that's not very superior behavior to look for validation from your viewers, bro.
Okay,
Anyway,
so you'd say
back to what I was
so you
saying.
just said that it's not superior behavior for me to look for validation from my viewers, right? So that would imply that I'm not superior to you, even though I'm physically stronger, right? And now that we understand that you do not think I'm superior to you, even though I'm physically stronger, right? This would effectively, right, reduce the claim that you just made. So you're obviously acting disingenuous when you called me superior, because you turn around, get mad, and say the opposite. So obviously
got
you don't
mad.
think that physical
When did I
strength would
get
equate to superiority. Alana, I appreciate you for the extension of the 1 month sub. I mean, you just provided your own counter argument. You
Getting
just said I'm not.
emotional, dude. It sounds like you're getting emotional, bro. Okay,
Sounds
anyway,
like wait,
back
what,
to what I was
wait,
saying.
Goodman, real quick before we
Yeah.
move off that. It sounds like I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting emotional, yeah.
Really?
Because
Could you
you-
detail
you-
how?
I can absolutely detail how because you first of all you interrupted me 3 times in a row. Second of all, you muted me 3 times in a row, and third of all, you're calling me mad for no reason, which is a sign of projection of somebody who is mad. So anyway, back to what I was saying.
Wait, no, not anyway. I kind of
yeah.
want to talk about that real quick. I mean, don't just try to like
yeah.
make a statement and then quickly pivot. So yeah,
Yeah.
the reasons.
Wh-
So
wh-
like
why'd you call me mad?
you're Goodman. So your actions right now are like typically like why I mute you or guests similar to you, right? It's typically like when I'm
What?
speaking, see like that, like I don't know. Typically when I'm speaking and someone has a problem with like interruption, I just typically mute them until I'm done talking, and then I like request for them to turn back on their mic. Christine, I appreciate you for the subscription. It just is. It's what keeps the live productive, quite frankly.
Oh, it's because only you're allowed to interrupt. Okay, I get it. Anyway,
Yeah, actually, yeah, yes.
yeah, cool. So
Yes, I'm the only one who's allowed to interrupt. Absolutely.
yeah, well, it doesn't seem like you like to debate on fair grounds. So anyway, let's
Wait,
go
would
back
you
to what I
say?
was.
Wait, you said that I am your superior. So would you say since I'm your superior, I have the right to interrupt you as I wish? Since I'm your superior.
Well,
now?
if we were in the same room, you would be superior, but
Kiss,
we're
kiss.
not in
I
the same
appreciate you for
room.
the extension for the 1 month sub. Wait, are you in the same room as a woman right now?
No, but men and women
Oh, so
coexist in the same
so are you
society.
currently superior to a single woman?
Men and women coexist in the
Answer
same
my
society.
question. Are
Did
you
not hear me
currently
the first time?
are you currently superior to a single woman?
That doesn't make any sense, dude. You're so stupid. I can't believe it.
Oh my God! Are you right now superior to a single woman?
There's no woman with me in the room.
And that's not the question. Why don't you want to answer? Are you
Why?
superior
Because your question is
to any
stupid.
one woman alive?
I would assume so.
Wait, why? Because there's not a woman in the room.
Because, oh my God, you're so dumb. Because I'm saying,
All right, we gotta have a talk real quick, Goodman. We gotta have a talk. We gotta take a little time out, right? So you have this tendency, right, when you get absolutely humbled, just intellectually dog walked, right, like cooked, quite frankly, you just reduce down to calling me dumb. Guys, Mika, I appreciate you for the subscription. I mean, you wouldn't get like caught up and start stuttering and have nothing to say if I was dumb. Be so.
all right, you done?
Yeah, I
Okay.
am.
Okay, cool. Cool.
V, I appreciate you for the paper crane.
Are we gonna have a productive topic where we're gonna actually talk about the topic properly?
Oh, so you couldn't handle me digging into your like ad hom attacks on my character? Because when we actually evaluate them,
Well, you
look into
started
them,
it.
at the end you
You
say,
started
well,
the ad
we need
homs.
to go back to the
I
debate
just,
at hand.
well, you started the ad homs. I just finished them.
I started the ad homs. Are you deluded?
Yep.
Are you deluded?
No. Do you have memory loss? Aren't you the first one who called me mad at first, or do you not remember that?
Wait, me calling you upset is like me saying that the sky is blue. I mean, I obviously upset. You're upset, man. Like you come up here, make a fake argument, make some fallacious ass claims, and get dunked on and call me dumb. Of course you're upset. You need to get better at gaslighting, little bro. You need to get better at gaslighting. Next, we're gonna go ahead and see what our next guest has to say. Y'all make sure that we're double tapping away in that phone screen. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say. Damn, bro, honestly, I've never seen such a whiny man. Fucking hell. Guys, if you do want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio, y'all. Just putting it out there. Once again, Bradley, thank you so much for that TikTok universe. I'm going to DM you after this. Amanda, thank you for the sunglasses. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say, y'all. Let's go ahead and see what I Hate Jaw has to say, y'all. Whiny as hell, I know, right? We're getting the sassy man apocalypse. Hey, what's going on? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered? Hey, are you here? And no, they're not. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. Let's go ahead and see what Noah has to say. Damn, this person's been spamming L beta Dean in my comment section the whole time. I wish I could talk to them. Hey, what's going on, Noah? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
To be honest with you, yes.
Okay, why so, Noah?
Because, I mean, it depends on the situation, you feel me? To be honest with you, when it comes to like the man's paying all the bills, the man is taking care of the household, and like they're overall, I'm not gonna say they're better because the women can do equally the same as a man can. So I'm not gonna disqualify women for that.
Wait, nearly twice as many single women own a house than single men. I mean, we understand these statements such as the man pays the bills and runs the household is just specifically, right, the result of traditional gender norms and context of a relationship. Jonah, I appreciate you for that subscription. Then also, I wouldn't consider that to make one superior. I feel like people that like make a decent income, right, and pay their bills, like don't hold superiority complexes over those that don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that women can't pay their bills. I'm just saying like there's more men that pay bills than women do. Women are like the kind of like the caretakers of their children and type like stuff like that. I'm not saying that women can't pay bills. They do. I know some that like know how.
Wait. These women like in the context of these traditional relationships, they wouldn't pay bills, right? Because they don't get paid for their work. Are you kidding me?
Women.
I feel like what's going to be important here is like the work that individuals are putting in. Purdy, I appreciate you for the heart me, and Proxy Lily, I appreciate you for that subscription. Like, if there is right a traditionalist couple, right, and like the woman is not paying the bills and the man is because the woman is staying at home and taking care of the household, well, that's because the woman is not getting paid for her work. We understand that being a stay-at-home mom is a job; it's a full-time one at that.
Yeah.
Does she get paid a dime for that? No.
Yeah. And what I was gonna say is like.
Thank you for the cheer, you Purdy.
Like for women can.
Purdy, thank you for the hands up. I appreciate that.
Women can work too, and I'm not gonna just like say like, oh, women.
Purdy,
can't
thank you for the
work.
hands up.
I'm just trying to say like.
Thank you for all the hands up, Purdy.
Like just majority wise and population wise, men do most of the work. Like I'm just talking about like percentage wise.
Oh, I mean, here, I'll let Tashika up. Tashika, I'm gonna let you handle this. I gotta respond to something real quick. 1 second, let's get. Wait, Tashika, do you think you could respond to this? My attention's a little bit.
Give me a second.
Right now.
Let me mic up. What? Can you repeat that last part you said?
I said percentage wise, men do most of the work, but women do work too. I'm just saying like, just statistically, men do most of the work. Like,
They do more work. Yeah, so white people are disproportionately more likely to be employed than black people. Does this mean that white people are superior to black people?
wait, I'm not trying to bring race into this. I'm just saying like just men and women as a whole. I'm not saying anything about race.
Right? Because this is the principle that you've set that because men work more than women, then that's what would make them more superior. And if how much a person works is what makes them more superior, then we see that white people are more likely to be employed and work more than people of disenfranchised groups. So you, by this principle, you would have to hold that white people are superior.
That's not what I said at all. I said that.
But that's the principle that you've described. That's what we're saying.
Oh, okay. I mean, a lot of other races can have a good chance of getting a job too. It's not just white people.
Yeah, but we know we of course we know that other races can get jobs. But like I don't know if you're just gonna deny like systemic racism. Is that what you're gonna
Yeah,
do?
well, we're denoting that, like, disproportionately speaking, more white people work jobs than black people. In the same way that, like, women could get jobs, but disproportionately speaking, I'm guessing you're saying more men are employed than women, which I don't even know if that's true.
I mean, I don't know either. I'm gonna have to research that. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, this isn't even a racial thing. Like, this isn't a racial thing. I'm just saying, like, just as a whole, like, men can get jobs, women can get jobs. It's just most of the men put like they break their backs. They try their best to like take care of their family and stuff. It's mostly the men that work like those like hard back-breaking jobs. Like,
Would you say this is caused by, like, socialization of, like, these, like, gender norms and certain, like, stigmatizations in society? Or would you say that this is rather just based upon, like, the intrinsic capabilities of men?
man, that's like a college type question. Shoot.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, I'm in high school, so I never heard of a good
Wait, oh, Noah, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm a senior in high school.
okay.
Like, do you think the fact that more men work jobs, is it caused by, like social norms, or is it caused by this idea that men are just better at working jobs?
I mean, like, I feel like let's say like construction workers. Most men are construction workers. They're a little bit stronger. They know how to I'm not gonna say. I mean, women can be construction workers too. I'm just saying like most of men are construction workers because it's more of a hard job.
Wait, let's just talk about overall. I'm asking you a very specific question. Do more men work these particular jobs because they're better able to, like they could just simply do the jobs better? Or is it because, right, like society is structured in such a way in which would give more power to men to work certain jobs and to lead society, etc.?
I think it was the first one that you said.
Okay, so yeah, what specific capabilities do men possess that women don't possess that cause men to be better at these jobs? Like what trait?
Strength.
So yeah, your argument just reduces down to strength equating to superiority. Who's your favorite president?
I don't really like presidents.
Who's your favorite leader?
Leader. Gandhi.
Who's superior, Gandhi or a 15-year-old high school dropout with 3 brain cells that's on steroids so he could bench press 2 plates?
I'm gonna honestly think like leadership wise and like honestly like brain power, it's gonna be Gandhi.
Okay, so physical strength doesn't equate to superiority. Got it.
I have to say Gandhi is wild. I have to say it's
I mean, who would you rather have a leader, Gandhi or the 15-year-old?
not a racist. Whichever one isn't racist.
Well, what we're specifically like, what we like conceptually demonstrated with this point is that you don't hold to this idea that physical strength is what denotes superiority, right? So, but however, the reduction of your argument that you've been attempting to provide to us this whole time was physical strength. You think men are superior to women because they're physically stronger, but then we've taken this concept, we've taken this logic, put it in comparable scenarios, and you don't hold to the concept. You don't hold to the logic.
Okay.
Right, and this is going to be a logical contradiction. So this is more so going to like show us that the
5-pound
reason you possess this prejudice against women, right, is because of your own emotions, right, and probably the socialization of misogyny.
So you're saying I'm misogynistic?
I'd say these particular ideologies are. Go ahead, Tashika.
No. I was gonna say that we all are. We all are to some extent. We live in a misogynistic society. But thank you, V, for the rose.
I gotta go. I appreciate both of y'all.
Yeah, no, hey, seriously, man. Think about it. When I was your age, okay, when I was a senior, when I was 18, I was a little bit further ahead than you. I was a 16-year-old senior. When I was a little bit further ahead than you when I was a senior, but I do remember being in high school and holding to the same beliefs you do. Right? I think that this is because we're socialized into being misogynistic. All men, right, are born into societies where they're just simply not provided the education to not be misogynistic. And it's something that has to be unlearned. So, hey, man, you seem like you could unlearn that. So, I'm not going to give you shit. Just keep learning, all right?
All right.
Appreciate you for coming up, Noah.
All it takes is basic logic. Yo, my sister graduated high school at 16. I don't even know. Anyways.
Oh, Tashika, I got a debate for you. Hello, Charity!
Okay.
Hey, you think men are superior to women, don't ya?
No, definitely not. I just came here to say, again, I've been here before. She's so pretty and I can never get over it.
Who?
And also, wait, can I say something?
Oh, I appreciate you for coming up,
Who was she
Charity.
talking to?
She was talking to you. I thought that was someone else.
Thank you.
I think there's another guest that I've had up in my life a few times named Charity. That is just a complete internalized misogynist.
You gotta stop egging me like that, Dan. I'm getting excited. Jesus.
We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest. Y'all, if you want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio chat. It is quite possibly the best way to support me, guys. You'll get a notification at the top of my screen. You could attach your name, even a message. I could read it out on loud. We're gonna go ahead and move on to
just
our next
fuck me.
guest.
Fuck me then. It's cool.
Oh, and then
No.
Bro, I've been soloing this whole time. I'm sorry. Then also we could say the same for Tashika.
Literally,
She
fuck
also
off.
Oh, someone was emotional.
Angry.
I would expect him to dig in a little bit harder than that. He was
Honestly.
concise with it. He was short with it. Hey, what's up? Do you think
bored, so I'm saying what's up.
Okay, Kobe.
W?
Go back to playing Fortnite. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest here, chat. Oh wait, I had this guest up earlier. Maybe you could talk to him this time.
Clipping
Thank
fun?
you for the heart me. Yeah, I'll let you talk. Welcome back, Clippington. I was thinking, oh, Clippington.
For some
come
reason,
back.
I don't know why.
Hey, what's up? Do you want to talk to Tashika?
Yo, I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear you. I don't know what's happening.
You have to leave the whole app and come back. Or close the app and come back. Yeah.
Restart stream.
Like Dean didn't say it, but Cash App and Venmo in the bio. Cause y'all know how he be. He's so mean to me.
We're gonna go to move on to our next guest. If you are watching and you do think men are superior to women, make sure that you are in the guest request. What's up, Brandon? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
I feel like I've spoken to you before.
Yeah, Brandon ain't here. Guys, join the guest request right now if you think men are superior to women. We don't have that many guest requests, so chances are you will get brought up. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest at this point, everyone. What's up? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hello?
Hi, I can. Can you hear us?
Hi. Okay, so what's the ideology here?
Hello?
Oh, I'm asking you, do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
That's a good question. I think that everyone has their own opinion on whatever they got to do at the end of the day.
Nah, that's fucking profound, dude. Who would have thought?
We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest. Okay, Clippington is back. I'm gonna let you talk to Clippington. I need to go pee.
Okay.
So,
Can I listen to it?
Let's see if... No. Hi, Clippington.
Is it a straight?
Hey, I'm sorry, Dean. I really can't hear you, bro. I actually had something for you, but I actually can't hear you. I actually had some shit for you.
Okay.
I'll try to quit.
Clippington, you have to specifically
Like
restart.
close out the whole app. Like
Yeah, you gotta restart your TikTok app, y'all. Guys, let's start double tapping on that phone screen. What's up, Caleb? Do you think that men are... Dude, bro, this is ridiculous. I'm just trying to... Dude, I have to go pee so bad. I really want to get a debate in here.
Oh wait, I can do it. I forgot. You have me wait, am I modded this account? I'm not.
Here, let me do it. Devin, yo, do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yes, simply.
Period.
All right,
Simple.
take it away, Tashika.
Why is that?
I'll be back, chat.
Men are better. Simple.
How are men better?
Well, men are physically stronger. Overall, we're just better. We make the world go round.
Okay,
Simple.
so the first point that you've made here is that because men are physically stronger than women, then that's why that they are superior.
And smarter.
And smarter, right? Just let's go on. Let's just go on to the first point here. Like in terms of strength, are you superior to a gorilla?
No.
Why? Because they're stronger.
It's a big ass gorilla. I don't know.
You're not superior to a gorilla.
No. Mentally, yes.
Why are you not superior to a gorilla?
Shit, I don't fucking know. Big body. Physically not superior.
Okay. And then you said, Keisha, thank you so much for the $10 over Cash App. Okay, so you don't think you're actually superior to a gorilla, whatever, right? So in terms of like intellect, you said that men are smarter than women. What kind of sources do you have to dictate that?
Shit, I don't got shit.
Thank you, Seraphina. Why are you here then?
I'm high as hell taking a shit. I just wanted to say what's up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, y'all, let's go on to the next person, y'all. In the meantime, y'all keep double tapping that screen. Remember, we are just looking for some debates. If you do believe that men are superior, hop into the guest request. If you hold any other view, get the fuck out of the guest request. Hi, how old are you?
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to request.
Are you driving? It's okay. I got you.
Here, take it away, Tashika. Take it away.
All right. Let's
Man
go
the
on to the
plan.
next person, y'all. Let's go on to the next person. Give it a second, y'all. Thank you so much for the money gun, Bradley. Oh my god. Thank you. Hi, how old are you?
Monkey.
Yup. Meek mook mook. Meek mook mook. Now what?
Monkey.
All right, let's go on to the next person. Let's go on to the next person, y'all. Meek mook mook. Meek mook mook.
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
35.
Okay, so do you believe that men are superior to women overall?
Absolutely.
We're put on the ox. Why is that?
Well, we hold the top jobs. We're smarter and we're stronger. And it's just basically just the statistics. The leaders of the world are men. There's no women president anywhere. Well, there is some countries, but not very significant. Most of the jobs, like surgeons, are men.
Fuck yeah.
Top lawyers are men.
Surgeons.
True.
There's so many good responses to these points. You said surgeons.
So many top bankers are men.
Female surgeons outperform male surgeons.
On what statistics? No, the top doctors in the world are men surgeons.
I could give you the statistics. It's going to be coming from the American Medical Association in association with the Journal of the American.
Hold up, dude. Whatever you're doing with your fucking aux cord, stop it. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of static, and it's like.
Right, 1 second.
Can you hear it?
Can you just unplug your mic and talk through your phone?
Yeah, can do.
Anyway, I gotta start writing down all of the claims that people make so I can just go through each argument one by one.
All right. Yeah, so anyways, specifically in the context of surgeons, what we see is that female surgeons outperform male surgeons. So like the JMA in association with the AMA released a huge publication on this. It was on 1.3 million patients worldwide, all 6 continents over the course of 15 years. All right, and what the findings were is that if you are operated on by a female surgeon in comparison to a male surgeon, you're less likely to die as a direct result of your surgery, and you're less likely to experience negative postoperative outcomes. Right, so just because like a particular field is male dominated doesn't mean that like the men would like literally that the men would outperform the women in this context.
What kind of surgeries did they did?
All forms of surgery. It was on 1.3 million.
Not brain
patients.
surgeries though.
Yes, including
No,
brain
it's all
surgeries.
forms.
No,
Yes.
normally they would get easier surgeries, and that's what they would statistically
What?
go on to. Yeah. Find out how many female brain surgeons are there.
Wait, no, the study would account for proportionality, right? So
They
basically,
would
the way
count exactly, but you understand the surgeons can be. You could make a surgery on a hand, and could be on a brain, or
Wait,
some
no,
kind of organs, or could
we
be
would
a skin
account.
surgeon.
Yeah,
There's
so we would
very
account.
different today, and there's a different skills to it. And men
So we-
normally are basically the brain surgeons, while women would just get easier jobs. That's why the statistically maybe it's going to look right.
Bro, where do
But
you live?
because
if
they
that's the
wash
case?
the dishes doesn't mean that they are better surgeons.
So yeah, the study would account for these variables, right? So basically, we would be accounting for the different forms of surgery. We would thank you so much for the Divas hat. We would be accounting for like the disproportionality in the amount of men that would work in these given fields in comparison to the women. We would actually be taking like account for these things. But if you would deny these outcomes, well, could you give me specific evidence that would indicate that male surgeons in the context of brain surgery would outperform female surgeons?
Also, really quickly, right? Like in this particular study that Dean is citing here, it talks about like adverse effects after surgery. These adverse effects, including that of death, right? So I don't know about you, but you're typically not going to die from fucking hand surgery or like knee surgery, right? So these are very obviously very serious and difficult surgeries that these female surgeons are performing, and yet are still seeing
Again.
less adverse effects than that of men.
Again,
So you can
if
go ahead and
a
answer Dean's
woman-
question though.
Again, if a woman performs a surgery on your knee, of course she's going to have a less
Hey,
death rate.
capital. I responded to this all. Did you hear what I said?
I did understand that, but I don't think you have the data. You just came up with some
We
numbers
literally
from
do.
your
This
head.
is like the
You
biggest
don't-
study ever.
So we do have the data. We have 1.3 million patients, 1.3 points of data, right? And basically, what I'm asking you is if you would contend this, right, this huge academic study, which is commonly regarded as one of the
Bro.
most credible, well-known studies of all time,
Okay.
just because of its pure size.
Okay,
Well, I
so
just simply ask you
basically-
for capital. I'm going to ask you a question.
sorry.
I'm going to ask you for a competing study. Could you give me any evidence to indicate that male surgeons would outperform female surgeons in the context of brain surgery?
Well, like I said, personally, I didn't do any studies myself, but
So you don't have
But
evidence
you just have a
Finish your claim.
prejudice. You just have a prejudice. You don't have any
Well-
reason to hold these beliefs. You just have a
you can as
particular
well,
prejudice
basically.
toward it.
Okay, let's go as well. For, you said overall, right? The things we're just
Like, and I
this
appreciate
is
you being a
just
little
one
calm.
of the fields, right? We're just talking about that as well. Who's
Right,
the
and if you
richest
if you
people in the world?
contend, men have more money than women. Is this what makes them superior?
Basically, yeah.
White people have more money than black people. What we see is that there's a $10,000 to $20,000 annual disparity or gap in comparing a white family to a black family. We also see higher rates of unemployment and higher rates of poverty amongst black individuals in comparison to white individuals. 92% of Fortune 500 CEOs are white, meanwhile 8% are black. So we see that even more drastic socioeconomic disparities, right, in the comparison of white people to black people, right? So would you say that like white people are superior to black people for this reason? Because it's the same reason in which you use to justify male superiority. So are you in turn also going to hold to white superiority since the same thing could be said?
White supremacy. Look at me. Drinking all types of Hennessy. White
Men are
supremacy.
superior to black women. White men are superior to white women. And so basically,
So now he's
Didn't
just
answer the
saying.
question, just
Yeah, he
ran.
didn't answer the question. So you denoted this specific relationship in the context of gender. Now we're going to be talking about an analogy to race. We're no longer talking about men and women. We're specifically talking about white and black people because you said that there's this relationship between men and women. This idea that men make and have more money than women. Okay. So now we're going to see that the same relationship exists in the context of white and black people. White people make and have more money than black people, right? So since this same relationship exists in the context of white and black people, would you say that white people are superior to black people?
Also, you can't even say like that black men are superior to white. I'm sorry, black men are superior to black women for the same reasons that men are superior to women, right? In terms of like work ethic and things like that, because black women make more money than black men. We graduate more than black men. Overall, we are just surpassing them in every aspect. So you wouldn't even be able to make that argument.
Yeah, but can you, I want a
all-
very specific response to my question. Are white people, right? We're not talking about men and women. We're talking about are white people superior to
But
black
this
people.
topic is about man being superior than woman.
And I'm taking your reason
Right.
why you think men are superior to women and applying it in another dynamic to show that reason's absurdity. I'm
But my
showing you
argument
how this
is
reason
I have
does not equate to superiority. Are white people superior to black people?
you taking it to a race thing. You don't
It's a
understand.
fucking analogy. If it was,
you-
if it
no,
was
no,
a
no, no.
one-to-one
No, no, no.
comparison, it wouldn't be an analogy.
I am
Just let-
taking it to race because the same relationship exists in race.
We are talking all things considered. All things.
Exactly.
Not just one
And we are
particular
using
thing.
and we are
We're
using
talking
the
about
principles.
we are talking about all things.
Why
The
aren't
man-
you willing
oh,
to
Galaxy
hold
there.
to your
Thank
logic?
you so much, Almo, for the Almo for the galaxy. Thank you so much.
Why
We are
why
using the
why are you
principles.
unwilling? Yeah, dude,
All
answer my
because
question.
you're putting
hey,
you're
hey,
putting
bud.
in a
I'm done with this bullshit. Answer my question. Yes or no, are white people superior to black people? Yes or no?
Why don't you guys use Twitter to promote debates?
stop blocking the microphone. I probably stop
No,
it.
I'm not going to stop blocking your microphone until you're able to answer.
You're putting in a race thing. Like I said,
Yes,
we
I
are
am. Answer my
talking
question.
all things.
Okay, I'm going to give you one more strike. I'm going to give you one more strike. I want it to be very known, Capital Club. If you do not answer my question, I'm going to kick you, move on to my next guest, and never think about you again. I will allow you to say whatever you want to say. We could have discussion where I'm not turning your mic off and you could get your mind across if you just answer this one question. Are white people superior to black people?
Can I answer?
Yeah, please.
Men are superior to women. That's full.
Okay, so you didn't give me an answer. I told you that you had one strike. I'm going to be very generous and I'm going to give you another one. So Capital Club, I'm going to make here, let me get closer to my phone here. Let me get closer to my phone. So I'm going to see if I could say this any more precise. Are white people, right? Are white people okay, superior to black people? Okay, this is the question that I'm asking you. And you're going to say yes or no. So let's see what your answer is.
My answer would be, it's an interesting question actually. Is a black surgeon better than a white?
Holy shit, dude.
So
Holy fucking shit.
So it's like people like this, like, man, this is like one of the reasons why I'm really turned off from debates. You know, man, it's just people like this. One last
Like
chance,
at this
bro.
point, just admit that you have a fucking bias. Just admit that you have a prejudice towards women. Because like I don't get it. If you have this particular principle, then it should apply to this other thing. And if not, tell us a distinction. But you don't have a fucking distinction. You're just you're
Stop trying.
Are white people
Explain.
superior to black people?
It's not. No.
No. Thank you for your answer. So I have a question, right? So why are white people not superior to black people even though they make and have more money? Of course I agree, right? But your response to this is important to getting us back on track of talking about men and women. So please, why do you think white people aren't superior to black people even though they make and have more money? Articulate this reason why.
Because although they don't make maybe more money, but they are stronger. For example, in a sport, they can run faster, they can jump higher, right? So there is quite a few difference in them. However, if you take it overall, men then are stronger, better earning money.
And T. Thomas, I appreciate you for the boxing gloves. So I have a question. Yeah, let's just are white people superior to black children? Because black children aren't
Sorry,
stronger.
again, you're going back to the races. Can we just go why man and woman and maybe grown-ups and
are white people superior to black children?
Are white people? Is the white people same child or
Can you be more
Mercy.
specific?
No, are all
Is the
white people
white-
superior to black children?
All white people. Is that so? Basically, a black child and a white child. Can we agree with that?
No.
No.
I'm just
Why
That's
saying
not?
explicitly
all
what he
white
didn't
people.
say.
Right. Explicit.
I'm
What
saying
kind of white man
listen,
or white
we could
woman
just say
comparing to a
um,
child?
Wait, I have a better question. Are
Yeah, go
are all white people superior to black women?
Or all white people superior to black women? People.
Yes.
What black women is not people? You say?
Black women are not white people.
Damn, bro.
Black women is not white people. They're people.
Is that a confusing sentence for you?
No,
I'm
it's
so
not
confused.
confusing. You're confused. You're saying
Wait,
it's
I
black
asked
women,
you-
not people.
I didn't say this. I asked you if white
No,
people are
yes, you
superior
did.
to black women.
That's explicitly what he didn't say.
Listen, no, you say.
I
listen,
explicitly said
white
that-
people is better than black women. Listen to your sentence yourself.
Yeah, I'm
What are
asking
you
you to hold
saying?
to that.
Is black women not people?
That's not what that question is implying.
Wait,
So,
listen to
okay,
what you just
can
said.
you explain
Wait,
white people
black
then?
women are specifically not white people. Yes.
Okay, what kind of white people?
What the fuck?
White men and women. Are white men and
No,
women
no.
all superior?
Man and woman is two different things.
Bro, listen. I'm gonna give you one last chance to answer. What is going on with him?
The whole of white people, men and women included, right? The whole of them, are they superior to this other group that just entails that of black women? I don't know if you're being disingenuous. Like, it
I'm
takes
gonna
a
let you take
special
over.
Okay, it takes a special type of to
You
be
muted
able
yourself.
to
Oh.
I know to be able to to fuck up this question. The entirety of the white population. Thank you, Zion, for the $2 over Cash App. For the entirety of white people in comparison to black women, right? These are two different groups. One is the entirety of white people. One is just black women. Is this entirety of white people superior to that of black women?
You
Thank
can
you so much
control
for
this
the flower
mic too.
crown,
You're
baby.
gonna have to take him off mute. I'm just handing it over to you.
God.
Okay, I do hope you understand what you're doing yourself. You are putting black women in a different category from people.
God damn it! I don't understand.
Can you
what
just
you're talking
understand? They are all same people, and you have to be specifically.
No, we
what
have
kind
drawn
of-
a
are we
distinction
talking?
between
Are-
them.
If you're gonna say a white man and a black woman,
We are putting black women in a different category than white people. Hope that cleared it up for you. Respond to the question.
Like, there's no
Look
way
at
you're
it-
trying to fucking virtue signal to us right now, and you think women are inferior. Like, let's be so
Right.
fucking for real. Like,
Right. Yes, we are putting white people in a different category than black women. Yep.
this is just for the sake
So-
of the argument. And yes, there would be distinctions between the two based off of race, as what we just did.
Yeah, the distinction's race.
No one is making
Um,
an argument on their humanity.
Yeah,
what's
can
the
you
difference
can you
between them?
capital
You are
they're race.
racist, guys. You are absolutely racist. Can you explain? A
you
white
explain how?
man is superior to a black woman. You understand that? A white
Oh, wait,
man
hey man.
as a black
with all-
man is.
With all due respect, it's not racist to recognize that race exists. Right? So when I say that there is a distinction between white people and black women, right? The specific distinction would be race, right? The difference would be race.
Thank you, Gigi, for
like
the dollar
recognizing
for
that
the
race
question.
exists isn't racist. But I'm gonna ask you to answer the question. You're avoiding very hard. Chat. I want you all to point and laugh at him. So if he doesn't answer, we're gonna go ahead and kick him, and then I want you guys to point and laugh for the next 10 minutes and spam baby bottles if he doesn't answer. So all 1.8 thousand of y'all just prepare the baby bottles. Are white people superior to black women due to the fact that they have more money and the black women would not be physically stronger on average?
Again, what kind of white people? Can you describe white people, please?
Holy
Yes,
shit.
white people would be broken down to white men and white women.
And there's just black women on the opposite side, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Then where the men's side is the best side. They are the winners. They're superior.
You gotta go, bro. I can't even, like.
That was the most fucking conversation I've ever had.
Anyway.
Like, that was an absolute.
Yeah, what up?
How old are you?
Hey, what's up? How old are you?
39.
Oh. All right. Do you think? I'm sorry.
That was crazy. Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because a woman stood up once and got punched right in the nose, and then the men sat down.
What?
A woman stood up once and got punched right in the face, and then the men took over. Otherwise, they'd be in charge.
So strength and propensity, like
It's a
violence?
simple argument. That's no. That's just how it is. I don't think it's right.
Because
but
men are
that's just how it
stronger
is.
and more violent.
Wait, I'm
Men
so
became in
confused. Can you
charge.
explain the argument? You're talking in very vague concepts. Could you be more specific?
Stood up once and tried to lead, right?
Who's this woman that stood
Ooh.
up?
Any of them.
So if
Absolutely.
Ronda Rousey stood up and tried to lead and got punched in the face, you don't think she'd be able to throw one back?
I think that a man would beat Ronda Rousey, yeah.
Okay, so it
Yeah,
all
for
has to do with the fact that men could beat women up. Okay, so you're delusional.
No, it's not delusion. I mean, it is what it is. Why do you think
Wait,
women aren't in
wait,
charge?
I have a question. What do you say that like able-bodied people are superior to disabled people because the able-bodied people could beat the disabled people up?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. What's it come down to with, like,
What
why are
would
women
you-
not in charge?
Would you
Why
would
are
you
they not
say
in charge?
who's your favorite president of all time?
Would you make the same argument to black people?
What do you mean?
Why are black people not in charge?
I mean, they are. In other countries, sure they are. I mean, for the most part, you know what I mean? It's just not when,
Hey,
not,
hey,
it doesn't
hey,
matter.
man,
in
I got
every-
a question. Who's your favorite president of all time?
Clinton's first 4 years.
Clinton. Sweet, got it. So yeah, would you say that a 16-year-old high school dropout on steroids that could bench press 450 pounds is superior to Bill Clinton because he could beat Bill Clinton up?
If men were so superior, you wouldn't have to argue it.
I'm asking you to
I mean,
answer
if
my
women
question.
were so superior, you wouldn't have to argue it, dude.
Do you mind
Men
if I
vote
ask you
for
why you
women's
didn't answer my
rights.
question?
Women's
Do you mind if I ask you why you didn't answer my question?
Bless
you. Get gaslight into your little argument that you troll people with.
Wait, this is a counter argument to explicitly show the problems with your statement, so I'm gonna
Okay,
repeat it.
all right, my bad,
I'm-
my bad. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna
And what you did was a gaslight, actually. So.
It's not
Yeah,
gaslight,
exactly.
it's fact.
So, man, I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, as a 16-year-old high school dropout with 3 brain cells on steroids, superior to Bill Clinton because he could beat him up.
What are you saying then?
Ah, man.
What are you saying? No,
How do
seriously,
you
what
forget your
trying to get
own
across?
fucking principles in your argument?
Get across there. You're just gonna say just because? No, it's not. Listen, it's how history worked itself out. It's
Bro,
like it would
man
happen
bag.
today.
Exhausting.
Man bag, please, bro, just answer my question, dude.
Because once upon a time,
Bro, just please answer my question, man bag. Is a 16-year-old on steroids superior to Bill Clinton because a 16-year-old on steroids could beat Bill Clinton up? Just answer my question, man bag.
you probably, because guess what? Bill Clinton's got to shut up once he gets punched in the face. Like, it is what it is, dude.
Yeah, and this is like gonna be like the bigger problem with your stance. It's like what you think should be highlighted in the context of society is physical strength, even if, right, the only attribute in which exists is physical strength. Like, I mean, like we live in a society where like NFL linebackers are the most superior people that have ever walked this planet. We live in a society where all of the great leaders of all time, right, just fail in comparison to Ronnie Coleman or Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? We'd live in a society in which would be honestly backwards. It'd be dysfunctional. And the specific reason why I believe that it's backwards and dysfunctional is because name one leadership structure in society where the leadership is purely determined on the basis of physical strength.
Okay, United States of America, mostly run by men.
What,
Okay.
man?
Wait, but are the men in power because of their physical strength? Because when I like my specific question was name a structure that is specifically determined on physical strength. It's like we could obviously look at like men that are much physically stronger than any president that we've ever had. I named off a few. Like, do you think that like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronnie Coleman, Sam Solik, amongst other bodybuilders, would be like the best fit candidates for our presidents, for presidency?
Would I think that?
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually a
I mean-
political figure, right? But do you think he rose to that type of power because he was strong?
No, but those strong people support the other men they're voting for. Like, I
Man,
don't
can you
understand
answer
your
my
argument.
question?
Like, if
It
they
sounds
wanna,
like you don't answer my question.
you're saying like, if
I
all
asked
these
you for a
strong
leadership
guys-
structure. I asked you
guys
for a
wanted to do
leadership
it.
structure. I asked you for a leadership structure in society that's purely determined on the basis of physical strength, and then you said the presidency of the U.S., right? But we've obviously denoted that that's not the case. All of our presidents would dole in comparison to bodybuilders. So obviously the presidency is not determined on the basis of physical strength. So
How did-
can you name another right leadership structure that exists in society that is
How did
determined on
men
physical
become in
strength?
charge? Then how did
Bro,
men become in
Manbag,
charge?
I'm asking you a very simple question here.
If they wanted to, they could.
Manbag, I am asking you a question.
And I just answered you.
bro.
Yes, if they wanted to, they could. The strong will take
Wait,
over.
yes wasn't an answer. I asked you for a leadership structure in society that's purely determined on the basis of physical strength, and your response is yes? Bro, you're a fucking caveman. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm probably about to catch a banana for this. Ooga fucking booga. Holy
You got a
shit.
nice thirst? You got a
Yeah, bro, let me mog this guy real quick. Manbag, how much can you bench press? How much can you bench press? How much can you bench press? Give me a number.
probably like 160, 175, maybe.
Bro couldn't even pick
I don't
me
let-
up. Bro couldn't even pick me up.
175?
You couldn't even
You
pick me
weak
up.
little man! You weak little
dirt stack.
man!
You got a dirt
You
stack,
weak
you
little
dork.
man! Nah, bro, we getting into this. Yeah, since you want to live in a society where superiority is purely determined on the basis of physical strength, brother, I mog the fuck out of you. I mog the fuck
that.
out of
You
you.
got a dirt
Am I your
stack. You're a
superior?
loser.
Am I your superior,
Keep
buddy?
growing it, kid.
Am I your superior? No, be honest. Am I your superior? Am I your superior? Am I your superior? Am I superior to you,
You gotta
man
be able
bag
to swing
45?
those things, loser.
Am I your superior,
those
yes or
things.
no?
No.
Am
No.
I? Wait, I'm not your
Why not?
superior? Buddy, you bench press 160. I can
stash.
curl 160. I can fucking curl 160
Loser.
pounds. Dude, dude, come on.
He's
This is the
loser,
best.
You're coping.
Yeah, this is the best counter argument that exists. This entire time you've been saying that men are superior to
anything.
women due to the fact that men are physically stronger than women. Buddy, I can curl your bench. I mog you. I am physically stronger than you. I am better than you. Right?
Yes.
So am I superior to you?
But wait a minute. He said that like you got to know how to swing those arms. First of all, if Dean is already physically
I've been
stronger
training
than you,
MMA for 6 years.
doesn't even matter. He's stronger than you. He's twice as stronger than you.
Bigger arms on a lawn chair, dude. You're not big.
Oh my god.
Are you delusional?
Turn your camera on right now.
You're not big.
Turn it on right
Are
now.
you delusional?
Turn the camera on right now. You have 7,000. No.
Wait. Is this guy just delusional?
Delulu.
You're saying that I'm not big?
Delu. Hey. He don't gotta be big on the outside. Hey.
Dude, you need more weight gain, bro. You probably let me see your little chicken legs. Show me your little chicken legs, dude. You miss leg day. I know you do.
Oh, so you acknowledge that the top is big. Good to know.
Show me the chicken legs. He misses leg day. I know he does.
Turn on your camera.
Dean, you're tiny, dude.
Turn the camera on.
Bro, this guy's fucking
Bigger
delusional.
lumps in my
See what I mean, man? This guy gets called out, right, for his
Bigger lumps in
bullshit.
my
This
oatmeal.
this man gets held to his own standard, and this is what happens. Buddy, under your worldview, I'm your superior. Like, let's just be straight up. Turn on your camera right now, man bag. Turn on your camera right now. Turn on your camera. Oh my god! And this boy's trying to talk that shit. Click on your profile picture and unmute your camera, buddy.
Why bro look like Shaggy from the
And
from
this
the
boy's
live
trying to talk
action
that shit.
Scooby Doo?
And this boy's trying to talk
Don't
this
be
shit.
talking. You got
Let's see
fake ass eyelashes.
arms.
Look at
Let's see
you.
the arms.
You think
Let's
I
see the
need 'em?
arms.
Mine are longer than yours, though.
Honey, I'm
Man-bag.
Baby
Mine are
Bob.
longer than yours. Mine
I'm
are
Baby
longer than
Bob.
yours.
Man bag, let's see the arms.
Put
Let's
that
see your,
fake shit
I
on.
know,
let's
I
see the
know
arms.
you. Your
You need
lashes are longer
makeup
than
to
mine.
make
I know
yourself look
you
good,
a
honey.
baddie, huh? You a baddie, huh?
telling you.
You got them
I'm
long
telling you.
lashes, huh? Got that
Yeah,
organ on you. A
Look at that
baddie,
thing.
huh?
Look at that
Ooh, he a baddie, D.
Yeah, look at that thing.
D, he a baddie. He a baddie.
Busted,
He
and
know
you
he
know
a
it. You're
10.
busted looking, and you know
He
it.
a baddie with his baddie friend.
looking.
If he got those, I don't
Stop.
think
You're
so.
busted. You're busted.
Busted.
All right, look, you got more chins in the phone book. Look.
Ooh. Ooh.
One second,
I
I'm
think
try-
we might have heard him.
I'm trying to find my
Dean,
background. I don't know why I can't find it.
I
That,
think-
that's not the
I
bright
think-
background. What happened to the
All
background?
talking shit. I don't even like
we
talking
may
shit.
have got him. I think
We may have as well.
we may have heard him.
I'm just looking for
stronger.
my background. I have no clue where it went. There it is. There it is. Yeah, so Manbag, quite frankly, at the end of the day, you said that your standard was like for superiority
hat
was
off.
physical strength, right? And then I'm like 3-4 times stronger than you, yet you don't say I'm superior to you. So this would just
Dirt
contradict your original
stashes like
premise.
that, dude. Nah, you don't get credit for that. What are you doing there anyway? What are you trying to grow there?
Oh, right here.
That thing, dude. You look like you just drank chocolate milk, like a little kid.
You mean with the
Bro,
do-rag you got on?
No, it's awful.
I woke
and you
up
know
today
it.
and I
It's
didn't
awful.
shave. I'm so sorry.
No, what do you mean didn't shave, dude? You're trying to grow that thing, you dork.
Manbag.
You're trying to grow, you dork.
Hey, with all due respect, do you think that you could engage with the original argument here?
Actually, I could if you want to.
Yeah, so you said that it's like physical strength that would equate to superiority, right? And like I mock the fuck out of you. Like quite frankly, like buddy, let's be so
What do you
real.
think by that? Why do you think that?
Yeah. You said you bench 160 pounds.
Dude, you got dishpan hands. Look at your hands. You barely have any calluses, dude. You have nothing. You got dishpan. You wash dishes and you're sick.
So-
you wash dishes. That's all you
That's
do.
even fucking better.
He
You
washes
think?
dishes,
Oh,
Like
dude.
I mean,
He
what are?
washes dishes.
Why are we? Listen, buddy.
Dork, dude. People, you got swirlied in high school, no doubt.
Okay,
you
so
were
buddy,
swirly, bro.
I'm trying to like get
Used
it.
the
I'm
whole
trying to.
nine.
Hey, Manbag. I'm actually trying to get a point
Yeah.
across here. So are you ready?
You're
Also,
so easy to pick apart, you know that, right?
Astra, thank you so much for the $25 over
So easy
Venmo.
to
Let's
pick
get a
apart.
W Astra in the chat for the $25 over Venmo. Manbag, how do you feel about someone paying me $25, right, just to say that you're silly as fuck? How do you feel about someone giving me $25? Right, they just said
dude.
Dean W, Manbag L. How do you feel
little-
about
I know
me
you got your
getting
little
paid because
fanboys.
of your ignorance?
Fanboys, you're good.
Does it hurt? So do you think that you could go ahead and answer my question though? So you said that physical strength equates to superiority.
Lewis, thank you so much for the $2.
Yo, Jamie, thank you for the $10 over Venmo. Jamie says the dish hands are hot. And Sarah, thank you so much for the $25 over Venmo.
Yeah,
Sarah, oh,
yeah.
man back, show the hairline. Sarah says show the hairline. W Jamie and W Sarah in the chat, show the hairline. Sarah says show the hairline. Quite possibly the best Venmo donation I've ever
not
gotten.
removing my fucking hat. No way.
Let's see the hairline.
Yo, people who have hairlines wouldn't stall, bro.
Let's see the
Come on.
hairline, buddy. W Sarah
No
for the dollars in the greatest question of all time.
Put it back on, please.
You better knock it off.
Bro, we just got jump scared.
Hey, yo, instead of going to
Takeshi,
find out why
stand
men
up.
are superior, go find the rest of that fucking hairline, bro.
Stand up. Stand up.
Fucking you're Wiley.
Stand up.
Stand up?
Stand up. Let me see.
Stand up? You want me to stand up?
I know
You
this
wanna
boy
see-
is talking about physicalities.
You want to see some ass? What's going
What do you
on?
mean? What are we talking
I know
about
this boy.
here?
I
We're
know
gonna
this
break
boy isn't
balls.
talking
We're
about
gonna break
physicalities.
balls. We're gonna break
Bro,
balls,
if
break
y'all
balls.
want to say something to Manbag, if y'all want to say something to Manbag, I'm gonna load up my Venmo, my PayPal on my computer. If you want to say anything to this man, the Venmo and the PayPal are in the bio, y'all. I'm just gonna read off right whatever y'all want to say to this very interesting feller. right? So anyways, Sarah, thank you so much for the $25 over Venmo. Sarah says that you're 39 dressed like a 19-year-old, buddy. Get absolutely mogged on by Sarah.
This guy
Get
talks to
absolutely
18-year-olds,
mogged
dude.
on by Sarah.
This guy talks
Bro,
to
no,
18-year-olds.
I might shoot for a little bit lower than that, man. This guy has some issues. This guy has some big issues. Bro, come on, let's be so fucking for real, man. Like, are you ready to engage with the actual argument at hand? Like, can I give you?
Bro told me to stand up. Like, what do you want? You want to call me fat? Is that what
Bro,
you want?
W Sarah, y'all.
You want to call me fat? Because you couldn't say shit about Dean's body?
Oh, he's still muted. Unmute yourself, bud.
Oh.
Wait, why you keep muting me, dude?
Bro, you don't even recognize the fact that you're muted. Be so fucking for real. And man, bag, I honestly do want
what
to put it
the
out
fuck?
there. I don't think that you have like any grounds, right, to like try to
Dude,
discredit. This is why I interrupt you. You don't
It
have any
is what it
grounds.
is.
Yo, Isaac, thank you for the $2 over Venmo. Isaac says your fucking hairline's on a diet, buddy. Sarah, thank you for the $4.20 over Venmo.
Put it away.
Sarah's smoking your presents away.
Put it the fuck away. Put it away.
You make it worse.
Put it the fuck away. You're done. You're done. You're done.
Bro,
Okay?
Nicholas, thank you
Put
for
it
the
fuck
$5 over PayPal. Nicholas says, why brohead forehead expanding? People are paying hard-earned money to talk about your hairline right now, man bag. Like, I hope
Keisha Garcia, thank you so much for the $10 over. He said, "What the?" Oh my God, Keisha said you look like you asked for cigarettes at the 7-Eleven. That's fucking funny. That's crazy.
I don't even drink, to be honest with you. I don't smoke or drink. I don't do none of that.
That's you look like the type of guy to like open the door for me, and then when I come out, expect for me to give you tips. That's what you look like. That's what you...
What's that even mean?
Skylar, thank you for the $1 over.
What's that mean?
PayPal. Bro, you could audition for like the live reenactment of Megamind, bro. Put some blue paint on that shit. You're good to go, homie.
Yeah,
I know.
You're good to
I
go.
know.
But listen, earlier, Sarah, thank you for the $70 over Venmo. W Sarah for the for the $7 over Venmo.
He looked like
bro.
he
Be
don't
careful,
wash
the
his
wind can take you
face.
away. Dude looks like Matthew Lillard. W Opal for the 1 penny over Venmo.
Body tea.
Oh, bro, W said not 77, y'all 777. But yo, man, back on a real note, you said that physical strength equates to superiority, but yet you don't call me superior to you, even though I'm physically stronger. Why
No,
is that?
because I don't think you can. Honestly, I think you're weak. I think you're weak.
Did
lift, dude,
did I
you're
put up
weak.
the pictures of myself?
You can lift all the weight you want. It's different when you get punched in the face.
But lifting weight makes you stronger.
You know it. You know it. No,
Kanisha,
no,
thank
it
you so much
doesn't.
for the $5.
No, it doesn't.
So what?
Make you
What
stronger.
Man wanted me to
make-
show something for free. That's for sure.
So
What are you
what? So
talking about?
I've been training MMA since like early high school.
Whatever. You can say
Someone
that.
say you. Someone say
I
you
mean,
look like a super
physical
senior.
combat. Yo, Robin, thank you so much for the $5 over PayPal. Robin says it's so awful. The
Lifting
hairline's
don't
running
make you
away.
strong now.
V, thank you for the $5 over Venmo. V says your mom birthed you, should be ashamed. Holy fuck. Dylan, thank you for the $1 over
That was
Venmo.
just hurtful.
Dylan says, why you look like Lord Voldemort? Big nose for it. But yo, so
you get
if
Theo
it-
Von a lot.
So I have a question in my back. So you say that I'm gonna be weak, even though I've been like lifting weight and training MMA for years. So what specific trait do I lack that would make me weak? Like what trait do I have to gain in order to be considered strong?
Because dudes don't talk like you. They can fight.
Okay, so how do dudes talk?
Thank you,
that
MK,
can
for the
fight?
$5.
They just don't talk like you, dude.
I mean, can you be more specific? You're talking in vague concepts. Katie, thank you for the $1 over Venmo. Dude looks like he punches holes in walls. Could you like?
I don't even get mad. Honestly, I'm like a really, really even killer.
Anyone who pronounces mad.
I
Like,
talk
Isaac,
shit.
thank you for the
Good at talking shit.
$2 over Venmo. Isaac says bro's hairline is social distancing.
I listen to that
Follicles.
shit makes me laugh, bro.
Alright, so do you
It's
actually
funny.
give?
This is Major Cope.
Do you actually want to give like a legitimate argument here, or can I move on to the next? one?
Listen. I'm saying. Women were superior. They would lead, and they can't.
I just led
Okay.
in us dunking on you just now.
In the leadership
Yeah.
position.
Good.
Because
men-
men aren't voting for them to do it.
Yeah, well, I
superior,
mean,
dude.
would you
It is
say
what it is. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I think women have great ideas sometimes.
Aubrey, thank you for the 50 cents over Venmo. I have a question. So, what do you say, like, prior to 2008 when Obama got elected into office? What do you say that, like, white people are superior to black people due to the fact that there had never been a black president?
No, absolutely not. No.
Chelsea, thank you for the $4.20 over Venmo.
I mean, honestly, I don't really see race, bro.
Oh,
in my
fuck.
opinion, I don't.
Well, we would
I
see
don't
that like the same dynamic would exist in the context of race, right? So you're saying like men dominate leadership positions, men have the most money, men run the society, all could, but like in the same way that we'd see this propensity for men to do these things, we'd also see a propensity for white people to do these things. Like we see like a disproportionality in the context of CEO of Fortune 500 companies, like 70% are men, meanwhile 30% are women, but we see an even more stark disproportionality when we talk about white and black people. Only 8% are black, meanwhile 92% are white. So what we're just denoting is that these same power imbalances exist in the context of race. So would you hold to any type of superiority complex in that context of race? Chloe, thank you for the $1 over Venmo.
Like, honestly, I wouldn't know enough specifics about it to even answer that question, dude. Like, I don't know what the percentage is of, like, you know, black people in government and shit like that. I wouldn't know. And you would have to know that to know, right? Because it would probably go by the percentage. Like, if it's 13%, right? I don't know. If it's 13 still, I don't even know if it is. Like, if it is, like, if they have more than 13% in government, then yeah, I think that's an accurate thing to say that they are leadership. I just don't know. I don't know.
So V, thank you so much for the $2 over Venmo, and a good way to get a hold of me would be via Discord or DMs. But yeah, in the 1950s, right, there was no black individuals in government. So let's just say in the year 1950, the government was 100% white people. What do you say in that context that white people were superior to black people?
Our country's a little screwed up until like later in life, right? I mean,
well, yeah. Like, are you trying to denote the fact? Are you trying to say that like black people didn't have equal opportunity to white people to be in positions of leadership?
Not early on now. I think now is a lot better time for it, but definitely not that now.
And this is the reason that you wouldn't consider white people to be superior to black people, even though there's more white leaders. It was because of the lack of opportunity of black people.
No, I said I didn't know the numbers enough to answer that question.
We could just assume a year where the numbers were 100 to 0. Right, because like we could look at like times during the Jim Crow laws. There's not a single black politician right in office. So
that's unfortunate. That sucks.
So what do you say at that time, due to the disproportionate amount of white leaders, that white people were superior to black people in the year 1950?
No, I think just I don't know. Maybe shit had to change.
All right. So what we see is even though there's a disproportionate amount of white leaders, white people are not superior. But then you're also saying because of the disproportionate amount of male leaders are males
that's the
are superior.
only reason why males are superiors from early on, and like I'm talking like hundreds of years ago, dude, when they were starting out. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it was. Men were just stronger. It is what it is. I don't like it.
Okay. Is humanity the most superior species on Earth? Is humanity the most superior species on Earth?
Is it the only species?
It's the most superior.
I mean, they're the only species as humans, right? Opposable thumbs can talk. I don't know any other things that can talk like us.
No, humanity is not the only species on Earth.
Humans are the most superior on Earth, dude.
That doesn't mean we're the only species.
Yeah, is humanity the strongest? Hey, Manbag, is humanity the strongest species on Earth? Physically strongest?
They are.
Okay, so gorillas are not physically stronger than humans?
Nah, because they don't have a brain. They don't have like what we can do and think, man. They don't have the same things we do.
Manbag, listen.
Communication's everything, dude.
In this state, no. So like, individual for individual, like there's gonna be like many species in which are physically stronger than humans. Gorillas is a good one, right? Like this is why, like, I don't even. It's outrageous that I need to explain this. So what I'm getting at here is that you would say that humanity is the most. You're saying that humanity is the most superior species on Earth, right? Even though humanity is not the physically strongest, and you're appealing to traits such as communication, intelligence, brain size, etc. Right? But see, like your original argument when you came up here, What's up?
The fucking gorillas and shit. Like, obviously, men created, like, you know, weapons and stuff. Gorillas don't create weapons, dude.
Yeah, so it has to do with intelligence rather than physical strength. And if
I
we're gonna
get
base
that.
if we're gonna base superiority off of intelligence rather than physical strength, women are more intelligent than men.
I don't really think that's true either.
Yeah, women typically
I think
have a
there's some
higher
women that are, but there's
No,
most.
when we're talking in generalizations, women typically have a higher IQ at the 50th percentile in comparison to men. Women wipe the floor in the context of EQ in comparison to men, right? We also know this because in the context of academics, women outperform the fuck out of men. Women enter into school more at all levels. Women graduate
smart
more at
then.
all
Why aren't
levels.
they
Women have more
leading?
degrees. Because of these
Why aren't
certain
they
social
leading?
stigmas. So
Because
earlier,
men are stronger. That's it. You're not getting it. Dude, I don't like it. It is what it is.
Just a reminder, chat. This is the guy that thinks humans are the only species. So this is the male intellect at work here.
well, no, if it had to do with the
Male
fact that
intellect at work.
if it only had to do with the fact that men are stronger, man, bag. If it only had to do with the fact that men are stronger, then why do we see such physically weak people leading our country? How much do you think Joe Biden can lift? That dude's a stick. Right?
He's a
I'm
Roomba.
actually,
He's definitely a Roomba.
I think that like the average like woman might be able to wipe the floor, right, with Joe Biden in context of like physical combat, right? It's like if it was true that leadership implies physical strength, we would expect to see our leaders be among the physically strongest people in society, but that is not the case.
For years, men have just been stronger, and this is just the way it worked out. I mean, honestly, like, look how many women are getting involved now. They're getting in there, right? Every so often.
And then when we go back to
they're
physical
getting more and more.
strength, and then when we go back to physical strength, yeah, I mean, you contradicted yourself with this. I'm physically stronger than you, 3 to 4 times physically
You're
stronger
not.
than you.
No, you're not. I'll beat you in
The-
any
the-
sport you
bro,
want to play.
The man bag,
In
man
any
bag.
sport.
Jen, I appreciate you for the $2.22 over Venmo. I'm not
I'm
trying to be
more
mean. I'm
athletic
not,
than you too.
man bag,
Pick
I'm
one.
not trying to belittle you when I say this. I'm really not trying to belittle you when I say this. I'm not trying to be mean. I can genuinely curl your bench press. I've been going to the gym for 3 years, right? I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I am
Athlete.
physically
That
stronger
doesn't
than
make you strong, and it don't make you be a fighter.
I am an
no,
athlete.
it doesn't.
Well, we can put this even
I'm an
more
athlete.
into
Athlete.
perspective. Like man bag. Like, how tall are you?
Repeat yourself.
How tall are you?
Man bag, hello?
5'8". Why can't you hear me?
5'8", brother.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm an
Not
Italian
only
guy.
is he stronger than you,
Italian
he
people
towers you.
aren't supposed
That's
to be big.
so funny.
You go down harder. That's
You
all.
wouldn't even be able to
You
pick
go
me
down
up.
harder.
And Dean towers you. Dean
gonna
Dean
pick you
towers
up?
you, and he could throw me out a window.
What the fuck? Honestly.
That's so funny.
Nobody's picking you up, hon.
Oh my goodness, you're so hilarious.
You better stop trying to get at people. You can't.
Definitely,
can't.
man bag.
No, you
You
can't.
definitely,
Stop.
you definitely ain't picking her up, bro. I mean, shit, you might be able to pick up
I'm
like,
not-
you might be able to
Nobody's
pick up like
picking her
3
up.
pieces of paper. No, man bag. You might be able to pick up like 3 pieces of paper. Like, bro, you can't even go to like you can't even go to Office Depot and get a new ream of paper for your printer without requiring extra assistance. Let's be so fucking for real. The last time you went to Home Depot, you went on Craigslist and hired, right, 3 trained movers first. You
All
only
by
had to
yourself
get a
and
door
made that
from
up. That was a good one, dude. Dean, you're dope.
Why are people keep saying I'm fat? And first of all, y'all just saw my body. Second of all, y'all just hate round face women. Jesus. Ugh.
And on top of that, you're not fat. You're not fat.
Brother, you know? I have a round face, brother, you know? Big titties and broad shoulders, like, you know, like,
Man,
what?
I just, and this is why I say, this is genuinely why
like
I
that?
say, hey, man bag, 1 second. This is genuinely why I
leg.
say, misogyny is rooted in insecurity. There is no logical, nor rational, nor reasonable approach or defense to this issue of misogyny and the ideologies in which are entailed by it. The reason that I say this is because Manbag has been unable to present us a drop of reason to back his claims. And then when his claims are countered, he automatically like reduces down to belittlement, right? Instead of trying to
guys did
logically
first.
engage in debate. Well, then
Like
you
you
just
did.
reduce down to talking about the size of my body, the size of Tashika's body. And of course we fucking fired back because we hit 5 times harder.
First, nerd.
Right? Absolutely not. Right? Absolutely not. We hit 5 times harder, 10 times harder. Fuck,
go low,
in this
we go
case,
lower.
25 times harder.
That's a lie.
And like the big
Three-piece
and the-
combo.
and the big problem with this, right, is because this is exactly like probably why you're misogynistic. You don't like me trying to be nice and like and honest when I say that I'm physically stronger than you, right? You take this as a bad thing. You take it as a hit or an attack on your character and an ego, and you get really upset.
Thank you for
But this is
allowing
the
me
same
to
thing that you do with your misogynistic ideologies. You simply try to
Wrong.
reduce the value of women
Sonny's, thank you
to
so much
increase
for
your
the
own.
$10. Somebody said his hairline got him stuck in the past. First of all, I just want to say something to you guys, chat. I see a lot of people saying, no, she's beautiful. Even if I was the size of Lizzo, I still wouldn't be ugly. Alright? Just, let's reel it back. Let's reel it back. People said I'm fat, not ugly. Let's reel it back, guys.
What would you rate yourself 1 out of 10?
What would I rate myself?
What would you rate yourself 1 out of 10?
In terms of what?
And just in general, what would you rate yourself 1 out of 10?
I'm a solid 1,376.
You'll be
How about
living
you,
the
man?
rest of your life.
Jamie, I appreciate you for the $5 over Venmo. What would you rate yourself out of 10? You're a 5'8"
Dude.
excuse of a man that could bench press 160 pounds with a superiority complex.
Like, I'm
would you
rate
hot,
yourself?
I'm
You have a
funny,
dirt
I'm
stash.
smart,
You have
I
a dirt
drag
stash.
around all this ass 24/7. Like, I don't, you know, like, it's just.
You don't say anything.
Hey, I have a
You guys
question,
talk
man
shit
bag.
first.
Hey, I have a question, man bag. Right? Why are you so hurt?
And the bank account to top, you know, the bank, you know, like.
First of all, why are you so hurt by Tashika right now, man bag? If you genuinely thought that men were superior to women, if you genuinely thought that women are inferior to men, right? If you genuinely thought that men are just intellectually superior, physically superior, A through Z through men, well then why are you letting, right, this woman's comments get to you right now? Why are you belittling this woman, right? If you genuinely think that she's already less than you, why do you care what this individual who you presume is less than you has to say? Why do you want to go out of your way to make these attacks on an individual in which you perceive is lesser than you, right? It almost just seems as if this just wraps around full picture and further justifies my claim that the only reason, right, that this superiority complex exists in the first place is because of your own insecurities. You got insecure, so you went on the attack. And that's exactly why you've been attacking women as long as you've been alive by calling them inferior.
Lie.
Because you got to make up and cope for your fucking lack of a personal image, lack of self-worth, lack of relationships with other, lack of happiness, lack of a future, lack of a direction, right? Lack of a physical appearance. You're 5'8", benching 160, right? And lack of like the necessities in which are required to be happy in this world. And instead of approaching these things in a productive manner by trying to gain these things, working on yourself, bettering yourself, right? You just simply turn around, don't do this work, right? And then project that onto others, right? Stop projecting your insecurities, man. It's
You look like
embarrassing.
you look like the bad guy from Karate Kid, dude.
I actually,
Stash.
that's not an insult. I
You
do.
have a
I
dirt
actually
stash.
do. Oh wait, that's not an insult. I actually do look like that guy.
Dean looks like Marty McFly.
And then I mean, right back to the personal insult.
But you just brought it back to just like attractive dudes that he looks like. You know, W. You know,
He literally
like
looks like a Chad. He looks like Chad from
W.
Friday the 13th.
Is this
W.
supposed to be an insult?
Like, yeah, Dean, you look like this hot guy from this TV show. Fucking
Yo, and
L,
I
dude.
didn't start talking shit first. You did, Dean. You want to bring
This
up,
is your
like, you were,
talking
how
shit?
much can you lift? How much can you lift? You're a nerd.
Wait, that was
It started this,
specifically in
bro.
context to your argument as to why you find men superior. You said it's on the basis
So
of physical strength. So me asking you how much you lift was not me talking shit, but it was rather relevant to the discussion at hand. And then when you say that I
start
look like the
laughing,
bad guy,
You start laughing, talking shit.
No,
When
no,
you
no.
say that
Here's
I-
what
And then the
happened.
hippo
Though.
was laughing.
We were literally trying to like engage in like a genuine argument with you, but him asking you that question got you so uptight. We had to follow through. We had to.
I
follow
answered
through.
it. I just said I don't know. I don't really lift though. I never lifted.
Yeah. So would you consider yourself to be like an inferior male, like a beta male, because of that?
I'm an athlete. I'll beat you in any sport.
Wait. So if it's not determined on the basis of physical strength, then what is it determined on?
You know damn well.
I already told you. Listen, it's not me. I'm not saying all men. I'm saying that's why generally men are in
Also,
superior.
bro, like-
Yo, there you are, dog.
That's Dean for sure. Natalia, thank you so much for the $5 over cash.
It actually does.
He don't got
It
that
does look like.
loser ass
It looks like more like your
mustache.
dad. Like if your dad.
Man,
He's not
like
trying
so,
to grow a
so
little
this guy
stash
grown
there.
up. Actually does look a lot like my dad. It's kind of scary. Like this man grown up. I have a picture of him. Fuck right here. Yeah, this like
Jim
this, like this
Carrey?
version of him. He looks a
Oh.
lot like my dad.
That looks like you though. That looks like you when you're older.
That's crazy.
Like let me find a picture of my dad real quick.
Dude, you wear Crocs. You wear white Crocs, don't you?
Do I wear Crocs? What the fuck? No.
Crocs,
It's-
don't
it's-
you, dork?
This is such a 2003 ass insult. Who gives a
Yeah,
shit
what is
about
this shit?
Crocs?
Who wears
The
white
fuck?
Crocs? Because they're nerdy.
White Crocs are lit, dude. Who gives some fucking
I mean-
platform Crocs?
I don't
The
wear
charms?
Crocs. Interesting though.
Crocs. You wear white Crocs. I know you do.
W Crocs. I fucking love
Yo,
Crocs.
D, you need a bigger shirt, too. That one don't fit you, bro. It's like,
is
what
it-
is that, extra small?
It was my gym shirt, bud.
You dork.
Um,
Bro's the
dork.
only one laughing, bro. Yo,
I
can we get
wear-
a
I wear
straight face
I'm the
emote in the
funniest
chat?
person I know, honestly.
Bro,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got the whole
Wait, hold up.
squad laugh. You got
Wait,
you got
wait,
2.4
wait,
thousand
Funniest
people
person
laughing.
I know.
This-
Damn!
What's the father? See what I mean? He kind of looks like him.
Oh,
Shit.
God.
There's,
You know what?
There's me when I was a kid.
I'd let him run a train. I'd let him do it.
Crazy, dude. Your dad looks just like the bad guy from Karate Kid. That's fucking crazy.
Sarah, thank you for the $4.20.
I'm going to hell. I'm getting blocked tonight.
Why are you so interested in my tight clothes, man bag?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm pointing out everything about you. You're a dork.
They said if he had a twin, I'd let him run a
It's
train.
fine.
So,
cool.
do
Nah,
we,
you ain't
hey,
cool,
man bag,
bro.
with all due respect, do we remember like how like I gave a legitimate reduction of your misogynistic views, and I
Yeah,
said
but
that
you
it
didn't.
basically
But you
wait a
didn't.
second, and how basically just how,
I'm
how
sorry,
basically
Maricela, thank you so much for the $15 Venmo. Sorry, dude. Sorry.
no, you're good, and how it basically just like reduces down to your own insecurities instead of engaging right in like thoughtful like intellectual discussion with me on the basis of like how they're flawed. You just simply appeal to like these personal attacks, and then like your response to this wasn't to like even engage with that in an intellectual manner. Your response to this was once again to make these personal attacks, bro.
Started it.
I started it by asking you how much you bench, and the fact that you took
Hold
this
on.
in
No.
one second, man
you
back.
laughed.
The fact that you took this as an insult, right, is very telling, right? Because this was just
Afterwards.
simple.
It was the laughing afterwards, and you know it. Don't deny it. It was the laughing after. You and the hippo start laughing.
The hippo?
You and that fucking
The
rhinoceros start
hippo?
laughing.
Abby, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. The hippo? The hippo. That's really
Laughing. So what do you want? I'm gonna talk shit back.
biggest
What are you
shit.
gonna do? You ain't gonna
I'm
belittle
fucking
me.
I'm so huge. I'm so huge and so ugly. And you could still
for the
So
hammer.
I'm gonna break balls.
Are you college educated?
Damn.
No. what do
I'd
you do
never
for-
even be able to bring you into my house.
What do you do for work, man bag?
Ooh,
I
God,
actually-
thank you so much for the
You know what a
galaxy.
pattern?
Thank
You know what a pattern
baby.
maker is?
Yeah, I don't know, some blue collar bullshit. Anyway, thank you so much
Stuttering
for
job.
the finger.
We don't
heart. I
stutter
love
in that
you.
job.
I have
It's a
stutter.
pattern maker.
So what do you
Yeah, no,
do?
you'll like
You-
what a
you
pattern
print
maker
shit?
is.
A pattern maker?
I fabricate shit. I can make stuff with my hands.
You mean like your confidence?
No,
Fabricate that?
I fabricate stuff. Like I can
No, you
make
don't.
molds, and then I can recreate like parts.
He streams Rocket League.
I love Rocket League. That's what I do in my spare time. I got 3 kids, dude. I'm married. What do you want?
Ooh.
All right. Well, we're gonna go and move on to the next guest.
Later.
Oh my god.
His 5 minutes of fame are revoked.
You have 3 kids. Oh.
Embarrassing. Hey, what's going on? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered? They left.
Oh.
Ava, thank you for the paper crane. Let's go and get our next guest up in here. I'm surprised that we haven't got.
Hello?
No, right?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Fru. Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
What's the context?
Just all things considered. Like at the end of the day, are men like more valuable than or like better than women?
No.
No, I appreciate you for coming up. W Christian, W Christian. It's gonna get our next guest up in here. Damn, viewers honestly aren't not doing that bad tonight in like relation to how they have been doing.
Thank you for that little crown, baby. Thank you. Is it Spike Thorn? Thank you.
Guys, if you do want to support either myself or Tashika, we both have our Venmos and our PayPals for her Venmo and Cash App in our bios, y'all. It gives us a notification at the top of our screen. We get to keep 100% of the proceeds, y'all. That is the best way to support us as creators. In fact, that is what allows
Thank you
us
for Little Crown, baby.
right, to continue to stream. So if you've enjoyed the content, you know, maybe consider right, supporting us over like Venmo or PayPal. Of course, you don't have to, but it is there in the bio.
Yes,
and of
yes.
course, it does get you a shout out.
Send me more money so I can buy more snacks and become fatter.
We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that we're double tapping away in those phone screens.
The Nightman
They're automatically
cometh?
pause. We're gonna go and get T-Raw up here. Oh, what's up, the Nightman? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yellow.
The Nightman's not. Oh,
Oh,
hey.
no. W.
Hey, are men superior to women, all things considered?
No.
Okay, man. We're just looking for opposition. Appreciate you for coming up.
That's not what I expected from that name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know. I expected bad. Hey, what's up? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered? Hello, Paul. Do you want to answer the question?
Fuck you, ho.
Okay, why are you emotional?
I don't get paid.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Like the emotional men always run away. I've just accepted it.
But wait, which one of us was the hoe?
Probably both of us.
Oh.
Damn, we are losing viewers fast.
Wow.
That was a huge drop.
I know,
My
I
lord.
looked up for 1 second.
Yeah, that algorithm got it, bro.
Jamie, thank you so much for the $35 for snack money.
Oh, that means a band's coming. I'm gonna get taken down.
Definitely. Oh, you know,
Definitely.
we're dropping. You might.
Oh man, a band's coming.
You might end it now, Dean.
Yeah. Chat, I'm gonna end my life. A band is coming. I love y'all. I'm gonna head over to my second account. It's not Dean. We're done with debates for today. Make sure to hit that follow button. I'm probably gonna be live battling Tashika or something. I gotta fucking skedaddle. A band is coming. I love y'all. It's not Dean. Hi, I'm Dean. Live on the second accounts. Join the Discord's links in the bio. Hit the follow button before y'all head out. I love you guys. I gotta go. About to get a band.
one.